Hello, hello. There's no one here yet, but there probably will be in a few moments. Just going to post that we are going live. It's me, Kevin, aka Prime Rogue. I am here with T-Break from Terraformers Many World. How are you, good sir?
Doing well, brother. How you doing?
I am well indeed. I'm super excited to talk to you about, we're calling it Origins until it becomes Explorations, right? Which is
Yes.
basically it's not a dungeon crawler. It's, what should we call it?
Good question.
I mean, labels don't really matter. It's a game. It's like an actual real game on the blockchain, which is pretty rare as it is.
It's kind of like a new beast, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a bit of a dungeon crawler, a little bit. It will become more of one once there's combat. But
Okay.
something like chess, dungeon
Yeah, and
crawlers.
I love chess because as we're gonna see, you can only move like a knight, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and basically we're using our Merc or our lewdie to explore. Well, actually, I don't know what the hell are we exploring.
Right. Yeah. So it's you're in Area 42. It's part a little bit about the lore.
Yeah.
The idea is that, well, in the case of, humanity facing some sort of extinction event, some humans were put aside, and they were like genetically modified, cloned, all that kind of stuff, somewhere, in the south, right? Deep in the south in the Antarctic, right? Just like a little
Okay.
military facility. And so that's where you are, right? And that's like, so we're deep in the south and we're making our way towards the
So we're
north.
talking about like the south of the U.S., right?
No, we're talking like the south of the Earth. Like you're in the Antarctic, like Antarctic. Like,
Oh shit, we're that far down.
oh,
Okay.
we're real south. Yeah, deep military base. Yeah.
Oh
So
shit. I dig it. So this is the actual. Is this like, okay? Wait. Let me backtrack because in the past we've talked kind of about the many worlds hypothesis,
mm-hmm.
and how it influences the game. So are we talking? So we're talking about before an extinction event.
Well, this right now, this is after an extinction event. So humanity, for the most part, has been kind of eradicated. This is all
Okay.
that's left, right? These
Oh
people, right? Part
yeah.
of Project 42. That's like number 42 is the meaning of life. Part of like Project
Yeah.
Eden, right?
Yeah.
That's what this facility is about, right? It's kind of like a giant incubator.
That's
Um,
absolutely beautiful. So it actually, so this is basically you're starting to tell the story of the world in
yeah,
in a
yeah,
narrative.
yeah, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
are we gonna learn more about it as we play the game of the
Yes.
story? Because the
Yes,
lore
yes, that
isn't
is
available.
planned. That is planned. Yes, yes, so that you
I
can find like things in the game, and it tells you a bit more about the story. I am working on trying to like incorporate better, like the game is in 3D, but it's rendered in React, right?
Yeah.
And so
No,
optimizing
I
that
saw it, yeah.
is like, whew, right?
Yeah.
So I want to make like a really big scene, right? Really big environment. Like sure we have the board, but I want stuff that's in the peripheral as well, right?
And you can even
Really.
have cutscenes in theory, right?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Animations, yeah, for sure.
That's
Yeah,
dope. And
yeah.
have this on chain is and uh as we're gonna show people later, I think this is a little bit unprecedented in terms of gameplay.
Oh, it's the
Not
first
in,
of its kind. Yeah.
yeah, and it's not in terms of graphics, it's in terms of what's on chain, and it's in terms of no, this is actually a question phrased as a statement.
Sure.
It's in terms of actually using the chain properly. In as much as a lot of games are on chain, but the only thing that needs to be there is their smart contract for their shitcoin. Um,
Pretty much, yeah.
but you have everything that's on chain in your game is there for a reason, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like I want, there's like a really big problem with once you have like a game that's on chain. This is like a problem that a lot of like Web2 companies will encounter, and that's accountability, right?
Yeah.
If you have a game engine that's saying that, oh, this wallet got this extremely rare drop,
Mm-hmm.
it might not be a big deal if it's a small game, but as that game scales, right? Well, those big drops, they might be worth a tremendous amount of money. And having the entire game on chain makes it provable that
Yeah,
individual got that big drop, right? And there's no
100%.
like backdoor, there's no like like specific wallets getting, you know what I mean? Like
Which is,
so
I
it's
think, why a project like Funko, which I'm not even necessarily a fan of, but
right. Even
why
even Funko had their issues, right, with the employees backdooring the assets, right?
that's true. I'm not a Funko collector, but yeah. But at
Right.
least they have a ledger of it now, right?
Sort of, because well, I mean, they still have an off-chain product, right? And so they have their
Oh, you're right.
shenanigans, right? But I
Mm,
mean, this is a virtual, game. It's like as much as it needs to be. Like this is as much as it can be, right? It is on-chain, and it's allowing me to be held accountable. It's allowing the game to be held accountable. Everything's provable, right? There's
that
a
that's
the
really
checkpoint for
awesome.
everything, yeah. And like on a second note, it's like, well, there will come a point in time where I might not be around. Like, let's say 100 years, this game will still be around. People will still be able to play
Yes,
this. I'm
as
setting
long as
everything
the
up.
nodes are being maintained.
Yeah,
As long as one, wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but as long as one validating node is being maintained, the game would still be theoretically available, right?
yeah. As long as the blockchain's functioning, the game will be functioning. Yeah,
So it's immortal in a sense.
yeah. In a way, it is. Yeah, that's how I'm preparing it. And I'm setting things up so that eventually there will be stuff that'll like auto collect secondary fees and buy RAM with it, and just have it be fully automatic.
That sounds kind of crazy, but it also sounds like really beautiful because Charlie from Tourist Station, Six Big Glitch, right?
Yeah.
He's of the growing opinion, and I kind of share it. I kind of started sharing it at the same time with him, that a lot of games that are on chain don't need to be on chain.
Oh
They
yeah,
basically,
not at all.
a lot of clickers, even the best, some of the better clickers on Wax, all that needs to be on chain is their smart contract. Um, they're not actual Web3 games. They're
Well, I mean, they're Web3 enough, right? I mean, our standards have grown, right?
yes.
And it's like, well, it's very difficult to make, technology grow at the pace of people's expectations. But
No,
it's
100%.
like there are still games, but there are a lot of things that like, well, this just doesn't need to be a Web3 product at all, and that's fine, Like
100%.
like I'm seeing, I don't know, like we got like this new project like Oxia or whatever.
The
It's on like the
RPG with
yeah.
the 99-cent key or whatever it is.
Yeah. Like I'm looking at that project. I'm like, you guys have graphics that look like they're made by a AAA team. You
Yes.
guys have a AAA product, and all you
Mm-hmm.
could come up with for your launching NFT is a key. It's just
Yeah,
like, you
I
did you make this
know.
in Mid Journey 15 minutes before? Like what? You know what I mean? It's like
It's Web3 for the
this is
sake of it.
obviously an afterthought. Like this is
Yeah.
obviously you just don't get. This is not, you know what I mean? This is not what Web3 is about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like that doesn't need to be on chain at all. That doesn't even need to be a Web3 game. Just go have your Web2 success. It's like arguably
Yeah.
more, there's nothing wrong with that. And it's like if you
Yeah.
aren't going to capitalize on the technology, then why would you build? Like
And I can't think of that many projects that need anything more than the ledger functions of the chain and smart contracts for issuing tokens. But as we're gonna see, your game is very different, right?
yeah, man, it's like the first project in the world to have on-demand procedural world generation, 100% on-chain.
Uh, okay, that's good. But why don't we back up for a sec? Because Cherie, a good friend of the show, a mod
Yeah.
at Nova Pangea, Nifty Kicks, and a lot of other places, wants to know, what is Terraformers? Tell us about it, how to play.
All right, so Terraformers, TFMW, Terraformers Many Worlds, it's going to be a play to earn metaverse, right? So over time, I'm going to be adding more and more games to it and just providing more use cases, more functionality for all the things that are in the project. At the basic core of it, we got the lands, right? There's some like 51,000-ish in total. Your lands generate black hole tokens, and you're able to spend them and use them for all kinds of things throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, this is like the first big expansion, like that's like steering away from just lands and stuff, and this is its origins, right?
Yep.
Rogue is gonna get into playing around shortly. So it's a lot easier to demonstrate it visually than to just describe it, right?
Well, we can start by talking about the lands, I guess, for people who've like never played, who've never seen it. Not in like the 3 hours maybe we've spent going over this part of the past, but hey, whatever. I'm good for however long. But okay, so basically, each of these cards is a land. Different lands can be formed into sets. If you have a full set of given lands from a series, you'll get a production bonus. Black hole is the main in-game token, and research is a secondary token.
Just small correction. You don't get a production bonus. You get a bonus while crafting.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So it's not a production bonus from more mining power. It's a bonus for crafting. You get cost reduction. You get a chance to get extra NFTs.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Actually, why don't we let me craft a few, because I was planning on doing it anyway. So let me craft myself a few of the new Boreal set, and we can talk about the Boreal set while we're at it. I just need to get some black hole. Which I crafted one earlier and I got knowledge is power. Let's see if we had a question. Okay. Which if we go to a Terra Lab. Oh yeah, and you should probably also mention that each one is wax backed, right?
Yeah. Well, the collection's almost backed by so all the lands are backed by 25 wax. At this point, the collection's backed by almost 800,000 wax, I think.
God damn, dude.
Somewhere thereabouts. Yeah, man. There's like a tremendous amount of wax held by users just in the assets. And it's a damn shame that Atomic Hub removed the to display that, right? It's almost like they're undermining,
because what people don't realize is if ever you saw a TFMW asset on secondary for less than 25 wax, and I doubt you will, a land, I'd be shocked. You could burn it and get 25 wax. So the only thing you're actually paying is the black hole. So we have the new Boreal pack, and when you're talking about Boreal, I presume it's inspired by the fact that we both live in Canada and we have Boreal forest, right?
To an extent, yeah.
Okay. Just so I know how much research and how much black hole to get, what are the differences between Bionic, Divine, Quantum, Cosmic, and Ultra?
So each of the Bionic, Divine, Quantum, and Cosmic, they each have their own 33 NFT drop table, right? And then the Ultra contains all of them, right? So 132 NFTs that it can roll. They cost all roughly the same, and on average, you get the same amount of mining power out of it, right? So whichever one you want to go for, it's really just up to whatever set pieces you're going for, right? Because different packs contain different set pieces, so you can get better bonuses.
Well, that's really good to know. Okay, so why don't we go back really quick and see what I already have from Boreal, so you can tell me which one makes the most sense. From Boreal, Frostbite is Boreal, Knowledge is Power is Boreal. Is Judgment from Boreal?
No, that's a Earthen Bionic. These are some Earthens. That's a Nautical.
Yeah. So
I think the Ultra would be a good one to go for, just because it gives you it can give you any of the variants,
Nice.
And odds are pretty good on it.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so let's go back to one of the things that's cool about this game, chat, is that you basically craft your own pack. So the Ultra requires 25 wax each. So let's say I'm going to do 5. So 125. You deposit your do I need no refund. Okay, so you need to deposit your wax in first, and that's actually on the card. So that if you decide, fuck it, I hate Terraformers Many Worlds, I just want to get out. T-Break is a prick. I'm kidding. I'm just
you can burn your NFTs. You get all your wax back.
Yeah,
that's for you.
So now,
and by the way, there's no fees for depositing or withdrawing tokens.
No, exactly, and that's pretty unique amongst games. I only know of one other game that has that. I still don't know how you're gonna make any money from this game.
I'm worried about, I feel like we live in the world where so many people are worried about trying to get to levels of exceptional wealth that they forget to first deliver an exceptional product, and that's what I'm focusing on.
Are you saying that are you saying that basically you're planning on earning longer term?
Yeah, I mean, I listen, man. Like I had crazy amounts of success when this game first launched. No
Yes.
one has that in the real world, right? I was
Right.
22, like I'm 24 now. It's like
Yeah, I
that
know.
doesn't exist, right? In the real world, there's like I know like people who are like making art, making it for 15 years, and they still
Mhm.
have like no like massive sales. It's
Yeah, and you
like
have
but in
massive
web
sales.
3 it's like, oh, like I worked for like 2 years and I'm not a millionaire yet. It's
I
like
know.
boo hoo, I'm totally fine with not earning a dime and just working and mastering my craft. I'll worry about money later. I don't have any like exceptional costs that I need to
At this
pay,
point in your life,
like
yeah,
yeah.
I get it, and that's a beautiful like, and you have an amazing amount of self discipline. People don't realize you're a self taught coder,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And you coded all this from scratch. You code all the smart contracts. So
Yep.
you're coding. You're coding. What's the WebGL interface in? It's in.
Oh, it's in 3 fibers JavaScript.
Okay, so it's JS, and then
Yeah.
you're coding C sharp, and I guess you know a few other languages too, perhaps.
I don't know too much about C sharp. That's more for Unity. I don't use Unity in the DApp, but I am
Oh,
planning on learning it, right?
okay. So
Um,
what are you writing your contracts? I thought
oh, in
contracts were
C++.
always.
The smart
Oh, it's C
contracts in C++.
plus plus. My bad.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry. Okay, so just to calculate here with the refunds. So
Mhm.
I will need to make
You
five
need you need the full 8, right? So
yeah,
it costs 8. You'll need the full 8, and then you'll be given back a good bit of a refund.
70.73. And then how
Yeah.
much do I need for the
For the research, I
is it
believe it's
390?
384. 384
384
research.
times 5 is
Yeah.
5
That's
times
like 1940, something like that.
1920. Okay, cool.
1920.
So let's go. So basically, the swaps are on Taco Dex. There's really good liquidity. So we're going to go from wax to black hole. And we're going to start by getting because the liquidity between wax and research is poor.
Yep.
So we will start by getting, let's say, 400 wax of black hole. There we go, which gives us 116 black hole. Shit, that's a lot of black hole. But black hole has held up remarkably well as a token. It's nuts.
All the
And
tokenomics, yeah.
yeah, because you have these anti-inflationary burn mechanisms, which are kind of next level. Because the token preserves its value, because the more people who are mining, the less token output, basically, right? Yeah, it's dope. So you said I needed 1920, right? So like 43, 49, 50.
I think you could get by with like 1800 just because
Oh, I'm crafting them one at a
you're gonna
time.
be getting some back. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna pop some packs, and that way chat can kind of understand how it works. Okay, perfect. So then we got our black hole, and
I'd say before you start crafting away, go ahead and check your sets. See, like, have you activated some sets before?
I don't have a full set of anything.
You don't need a full set. So go click return.
Click what?
Return.
Yeah.
Just go back, and you see the sets button there.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you want to go there, and then you see where it says owned.
Yes.
You want to click that. That's actually a button. People don't know this. Yeah.
Oh shit! No, I
And
didn't know that.
if you click it again.
Okay. Oh.
All right. So now you can just click activate. Right. So now you can scroll through.
Okay.
No. You want it to be on the activate button.
Okay.
Right. And so now you can scroll through, and it says activate. Yeah. So you can just click that, and it'll activate that set.
Oh, so elephantine armor. Okay. And
now you can keep going through.
Immutable consciousness, intrepid joust, Lonrot's 11 trips, Moro's benevolence.
Yeah, the names are out there. You get your money back in $4 words alone.
I've asked you in the past. Some of them make sense, like Penance of Poseidon, Optimistic Plunder, Moro's benevolence. I have no idea what that's referring to. What does it mean?
Moro's is a Russian word for frost. You got like there's someone like it's like the Santa equivalent in Russian lore, and his name is like something morose. I can't remember the full thing, but
Oh,
that's where it's from. It was recommended in chat by someone like almost 2 years ago when I was making the sets.
I dig it. I dig it. And some players have like a lot of these sets completed, right?
Oh,
Like
oh yeah.
I am
Oh yeah.
far from a whale in this game. I'm an enthusiast, but not a whale. And just by the way, if you guys do want to get into TFMW, if you go to the meal pools on Taco Decks, if you have extra black hole between the time when you're buying between crafting packs, Black Hole to Wax has an 80% APR. Black Hole to Research has 78.76, and Black Hole to NFTV has 108.57. But if you want, I guess the best one for return, it's probably the NFTV one. But if you want Black Hole proper, your pool is probably the best, right?
This is the one that's being maintained. 6.25% of pretty much all black hole produced goes into this LP pool.
Yeah, I had stuff in there right before stream, and I took it out and deposited it because I'm going to use it. But whatever I have left over when I'm done crafting, I'm going to put back in because I mean that is a damn good rate.
Yeah.
So yeah, so based on the sets I have, what do you recommend I do?
So now that your sets are activated, so you want to click the TFMW logo. That'll refresh the whole tab. Will fetch all the states and stuff.
Okay.
And you can head back to the Terra Lab and you can see if any of the sets that you activated gave you a bonus for your BHC. So yeah, so you see it says partial sets 0.2.
Where? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So I get a 0.2 crafting multiplier.
Something like that, right? So normally you have a token cost reduction of 10%, but now it's at 10.8%, right? So
dope.
A little bit of a buff.
Yeah, and as you're going further in the game, it just gets bigger, basically, the more sets you complete, right?
Yeah, the more sets you complete, like the bigger the bonuses. The EV goes like through the roof. It's like between having like a fully maxed BHC versus not having one, it's about 4 times as much value per token spent.
I love it. That's great because it's kind of like a loyalty program.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I deposited my research and my black hole. You were saying I should craft ultra, right?
Oh yeah, I think the ultras are best bang for your buck. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see all the little chance on craft mechanics you get, right?
So why don't we tell everyone what this means? So first of all, I have this thing called the Golem Constructor, which is a cannon, a crafting cannon, basically, which already gives me bonuses. And these were themselves randomly generated on chain, right?
Sort of. So the sets are randomly generated, right? You like every black hole cannon rolls for 7 out of 89 sets, and it can repeat. And then if you collect those sets, you can click sets, and you can scroll through.
Yes, that's true. I completely forgot about this part.
Yeah,
right.
you can scroll through it. Yeah. And so as you complete those sets, right? So you can see you have 1 of 5 pieces of Uber's homesteads. And so that's where you're getting your little partial bonus from. So as you complete those sets, your black hole cannon becomes more and more effective at crafting, right?
And that's an initial investment. Like once you decide, okay, this game is for me, I'm going to craft a cannon. And if you do, there's no shame in asking someone else to craft your cannon. Because if you craft a cannon with a cannon,
you get crazy bonuses, man. Yeah.
You get crazy bonuses. And it's allowed, right?
Oh, of course it's allowed. Yeah, man. It's encouraged. Yeah.
So TFMW is a community. So if ever you decide you want to get a cannon, you can ask me or pretty much anybody you know who plays the game, and we'll craft your cannon for you and send it to you.
Yeah. So right now you can see you have about 1.024% chance, just below on the chance on crafts. Yeah. So on this craft, you got a 1.024% chance for it to cost no game tokens.
Oh wow! That's decent.
Yeah.
So if you craft 100, you'll get a free one, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's like you can have that proc while crafting a black hole cannon, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of bonkers. You got 4% chance for a gadgets pack based on the amount of like just from the extra packs you get alone, they'll cover like a significant amount of what you're putting in, and like grabbing tokens and stuff.
Yeah.
I did some calculations based off of like crafting 50 packs, and I found
Mhm.
that like if you I had like two partial sets, like
Yeah.
that was like the bonus I had, and I was getting like based on the data I gathered, it's profitable to craft until black hole reaches about 8 to 10 wax, and then it would be more profitable to then it's like better value to buy things on secondary. But until that happens, it's more profitable to
Oh.
just craft and trade for set pieces that you need.
And it's kind of impossible to pump and dump your token because of the
Yeah.
anti-inflationary mechanism, right?
Yeah, well, it's exceptionally difficult to gather lots of it. It's a very slow
Yep.
paced game, very
So
finely
just
balanced.
even like your biggest whale, how would they be able to craft a pack a week based on what they get in game or not?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the larger players can easily craft like multiple packs a day. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh yeah.
How many lands do they have?
I think that the biggest whale of them all, Krusty Krab, he's been going ham. I think he's got almost 2,000 lands.
God damn. Okay. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And he's been around since the beginning. Okay.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. Yeah.
And what is the Lost Cargo Pack?
So the Lost Cargo Pack is going to be a generative NFT. It's going to be a life form, and it's going to mine observe tokens. It's going to be a new token, new part of the game, right? It's going to feature like all kinds of new functionality. But I'm not trying to rush it, right? And that's
No.
really like something that I've been really, really, like I'm trying to sleep on things and make sure that whatever I'm delivering is as good as it can be. Because once it's in an NFT, once it's in people's hands, there's no takebacks, right?
No. It's permanent.
Yeah,
So
I'm just gonna do it right, But for now, it's like gather as many lost cargoes as you can, right? You can have a great unbagging session, right? Most of these PFP projects, you gotta buy a whole bunch, and there's a rush, right?
Yeah.
Like this, it's like there is no rush. You get it for free by playing the game, right?
So what I was kind of trying to tell the audience is if you get a Lost Cargo Pack and it doesn't yet have a use case,
Yeah.
don't sell it. Keep it. It will have a use case and it's free. So someone will snap it up on secondary.
And then you make an ROI with it, right? So it's
Yeah.
like you generate more tokens. There's a lot planned for them, right? Just hold on to them for now. But all the other packs, you can use them immediately.
Yeah, 100%. And I really want one of these fishing rod packs. We will see.
Yeah.
All right, so let's craft 5 of these to start. So basically, you just do. I've deposited all my tokens. You do craft and claim, and basically these are going to show up in your atomic hub. Or do they show up on NFT Hive? No.
Like the unpack links.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they do on an NFT Hub, but they don't on Atomic Hub anymore. I'm not really sure why. I've reached out to them, but I'm still waiting to hear back.
Oh, so where do you normally unpack them now?
To be honest, I haven't unpacked a land in a good minute, but I unpacked them either in the DApp or on Nifty Blocks.
Wait, you can unpack in the DApp?
You can, yeah. It's just it's not very well presented. Like the whole unpacking page is it's like kind of hidden almost, I guess.
Oh wow. Well, I guess you can show us where it is.
Yeah.
So because I'm getting refunds back, I can actually craft. No, I can't craft any more of these. So I have 34 more black hole and 258. So let's see what would make them. What would make the most sense to craft?
You could get just some bionic boreals. Yeah, man, those are solid.
Wait,
no, sorry, divine boreals.
Yeah, because the bionics are sold out, right?
Yeah, I gotta remove that craft. Yeah, it's all sold out. You are also out of wax.
Oh yeah, gotta deposit some wax. Okay. Yeah, we'll craft 4 more. I think we have enough for 4. We'll find out. People love to see unpackings. I bet you still do too, right?
Yeah, man, of course. Dude, this game was literally made because were you around for like Our Planet's Elements when they had like
God, I wish I hadn't been, but yes.
Yeah, dude, I literally created this game to fill the void that was left by that. They just
I didn't
wasn't one
realize
by
that.
one unpacking. Yeah, man. I
That's
was trying to
awesome.
recreate that feel. I was hungering for it.
Yo, Wax Potheads in the house. Welcome, welcome. Is our guest yesterday for NFtopia.
Very
Right, so
cool.
we crafted a shit ton of packs just now. Where do we go in the DApp?
So yeah, you can go into your inventory
Okay.
and then inventory, and then you see where it says all NFTs.
Yeah.
You can click on that.
Packs. Nope.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then just show
Oh,
more.
you'll just have to hit refresh, like the
Oh,
TFMW
refresh the
logo.
DApp. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So packs. Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
So
Oh,
what did
look
I
at that! Look at that! You got a gadget pack, bro.
Oh, nice.
You got a couple lost cargos in a
Got a
gadget
couple
pack.
lost
Not
cargo.
bad,
I
dude.
already had some lost cargos, so I think
I think
one,
I,
two.
I think you got one more. I think that's what you got. You got one lost cargo, but you also got a gadget pack, which is like a 4% drop rate. So
That's a
gadget packs are
really
like they can roll pretty good. You can get some crazy NFTs out of them.
Why don't we open that one first then?
Sure. Good luck, brother.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. All right. Atomic pack has been sent for unpacking. Oh, and it's going to appear here?
Yep. Yeah, they just hit the claim there.
Oh, nice, dude. I love how so you're just pulling this from the Atomic Assets API or what?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
All the NFTs are there, yeah.
No, I know. I was just trying to figure out how you did it because it's it's like an elegant layout. And now where do I see it?
That's curious. It didn't show the pop-up. So I'm not sure why it didn't pop up there.
Let's just go to Atomic Hub. It'll be there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The NFT will definitely be there. Yeah. But yeah. Maybe give a Nifty Blocks a go.
Oh, Newt. What is this?
That is
No,
not
that's
part of
not
my
for
collection.
No, it is definitely not. Whatever I unpacked is not here, so it might already be in game, right?
No, it should be in your wallet. Give it a refresh. Let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, it take a second, right?
It might be that. Maybe it got stuck.
What the
Yeah, it
hell
must
is
be
this?
stuck. It must be stuck. What is that?
I don't know. Token Land. Oh, I know Token Land. That's a dead game.
Yeah.
Who sent me this? What is this?
Someone just sent it to you. It didn't come out of my pack. I'll tell you that much.
No. It's still calculating the mint number? How is that even possible? Okay, that's weird, dude. Okay. And it has no origin. I have to go on blocks to check later. What the fuck? All right. So what should I do now? Sorry.
Head to Nifty Blocks. I'm also kind of shook here. Like, did that come out of my pack? Like, that's
I doubt that would be possible.
I don't think that's even possible. Like, that's
what the fuck? Hello, Newt. Nice to see you.
Okay, what even is that? All right.
Let's go to Wax Blocks and just see what just happened.
There's no way that's can't do that. Like, that's
it gave me pack asset ID 109984. So no, it's not that. It's just
tell you what I think what might have happened is you might have had that pack like unopened. And when it did the claim, it just claimed that pack because it showed up first because it was like later. So here, go to this link. I'm gonna send this to you in the StreamYards.
Okay.
Yeah, and just see if you have any unclaimed packs there.
Oh sure, absolutely.
You pulled a Newt.
I don't know what Newt is
super rare, bro. It's so rare. It's not even in the collection. It's a 1 of 1.
And my gadgets pack is unclaimed here on the other screen. which I should switch over to in that case. Let me just find a way to facilitate that. Dude, I have no idea where Newt came because it's freshly, it's being minted fresh.
Yeah. I'm like, there's no way. Like,
But also that game rugged.
did they?
I'm pretty sure whatever it's called, Tokenland's rugged. I mean, I'm not gonna say it for sure, but I'm pretty damn sure it was a rug. All right, so either way, here is what's in the gadget pack. Way back machine. What does this do?
It's a little gadget. It's a common. It's worth about 75 wax, but
Still,
yeah,
I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah.
It's probably better to just rip the rest of them here, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, well, granted, now that you have it, it's kind of like you've cleared the backlog, right? So you can't give another shot on the DAP, but it's totally cool if you want to do it on Nefty.
No, let's go to the DAP. So let me just change back to the other screen. There's Newt again. Hello, Newt. I gotta figure out what the fuck you're doing there. So let's unpack the divines first. And you'll be able to tell me if they're set pieces as we go, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then we'll show people how to activate them. And while we're doing this, why don't you tell? Oh, did it not pop up again?
It didn't. Yeah, I guess not. There must be something else. So check your wallet to see if you got something else as well. Let's see.
Yeah, sure.
You can hit Control R, by the way, just to quickly refresh a page.
Good point. What is this?
You have a huge backlog of a bunch of NFTs, I think. Yeah.
Who is minting this stuff to me?
No, you are, because you have unopened packs.
Okay.
And it's in the backlog. So when you go to claim it on the DApp, it just fetches like the oldest pack you've got.
Are you joking right now?
No, I'm not. No, I'm serious. That's so you're like claiming all the packs you didn't claim before, I guess.
But the crazy thing is that makes sense. But I once went to NFT Hive as a really good tool for unclaimed packs, and I went through everything on there. That's so weird, man. Like, I guess you have the superior unclaimed pack tool, so I guess I'm just gonna go to it at some point till it starts shooting out nothing. Okay, so let's go. Okay, we're here. So we go to unclaimed again, I suppose.
Yeah. Buzz King, you're asking if you activate a set, you need to activate it again after you get more set items. Yes, you do. Right now, there's a cooldown of 1 month before you can reactivate any set piece again, right? So there's a cooldown on activating particular pieces, like if you activated them before. But in the near future, the Terra Lab's being updated so that you'll be able to just add new set pieces to sets that you already have activated without them going on like a longer cooldown. The process is being streamlined quite a bit.
Nice. Lake Ontario, epic. Is it a set piece or not?
That is a set piece, yes.
Do you have a Great Lake set?
It's not a Great Lake set. I think it's the Great North.
Oh.
I can't see the unback result on your screen, by the way.
Wait, what? That's weird. Let's try again. Tell me if you see it this time. Wait, it's not updating in real time, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's frozen.
The fuck? Okay, this is being weird. Share screen. Just share the entire screen, I guess, instead of the tab. And here we go. Okay. So now you see it, right?
Yeah, now I see it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss the link on to your Twitch on. Oh no, you already have a stream. You already posted on Twitter.
Yeah.
So go ahead and I'll retweet this.
Nice. All right, Divine Boreal number 2. Sistine Marble, uncommon. Nice card.
Can you make them bigger just by clicking on them? I wonder.
Like, what do you mean? Like, oh, the card? Oh, well, let's find out on the next one.
Yeah, like when you unpack it, because I do wish that was the case, you know. Just make a full.
Because the art is amazing.
It's pretty detailed.
Was Sistine Marble a set piece? No, eh?
No. You on average, it's the ones that are rare and above that are set pieces.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you can make it a little bit bigger, but it's still not that big. You know.
Frostbed. That's a dope looking card. I think I already have that one. We can find out. Divine Boreal. So do the Ultra Boreals have a greater chance of a higher rarity?
They do. They have the drop rates of Cosmics. It's pretty good.
Oh, Chamber of Creed. Look at this. Epic card. That's a beautiful, beautiful card.
Try opening it in a new tab. Like right click the image. I think you gotta click that. So left click there.
Okay.
And then right click this. And open it. Can you?
No.
Try right clicking it again. Just the image element. No, I guess you can't. Interesting.
That is weird. I can zoom in like this. No, I can't even zoom in when it's like this. That's annoying. It sucks that we can't show the art better.
Yeah.
Oh, so it goes. All right. So 5 more Ultra Boreals, then we'll stake them, and then we will go and basically, what inspired Ultra Boreal while we're at it?
I mean, it was just I wanted to, this was kind of like a design choice I made a while back, like almost like over a year ago, and it wasn't art like, looking back on it, definitely wasn't one of like the best decisions I made. But I tried to condense all different land types, and I wanted something to be kind of like colder, kind of like a colder climate. It's got the Arctic, got the tundra, and all that in them. So that's where the Boreal came from. Yeah.
Beyond the Wall. All right. Will we pull a Cosmic today? Ooh, Sistine Marble. Wait, we just pulled that one, but still,
yeah,
it's a lovely
unlucky.
Card. I normally have really good pack luck, so if I don't today, it just counterbalances it.
Of course,
it brings equilibrium back to the world.
Of course.
Ooh, this one's cool as fuck. What do you need? That's like a cyberpunk goon going into a candy store or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
All right, 2 more, and then we'll go stake these, and then we're going to go play.
Fingers crossed.
Stairmaster. Nice.
Right, that's a Cosmic, yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Dude. And that's very Van Gogh, right?
A little bit Van Gogh, a little bit Escher.
Oh yeah, I can see the Escher too. That's a beautiful piece of art, man. I just want to stare at that one.
Too awful.
All right, last one. Ultra Boreal.
This is the one. I know it.
Let's see. Lamarckian Sub-Zero Deadlights. Hello.
I knew it. That one. I think that one piece is worth like all of like the wax back and all the tokens you bought. Like I think it covers all of that.
Wait, so you're saying this is like a 600 wax card?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And where does Lamarckian fall in your rarities? I forget.
It's the 5th highest rarity.
How much are the Cosmics worth nowadays?
I mean, it depends on the rarity. That's just the.
Oh, sorry, I meant the high. Wait, what is the highest rarity again then?
Omnis, yeah, omnipotence, yeah. I mean, it depends. It depends on the variants, right? Because that's where like the mining power comes from.
Yeah.
But I think like a Cosmic Omni is like it's worth around 5 to 10K ish wax, but like there aren't like I don't think a single one is sold yet,
Yeah.
Everyone's like, it's like they're mostly traded for, and also it's like if you have one, it's like it generates like a black hole every 8 to 10 hours. So it's like
Wow.
might as well just keep it, man. Like you're generating almost 10 wax a day off that. That's more than you'll generate off an alien world's land. So
Yeah, that's insane. All right, so basically, I'm just going to initiate them one at a time. Although you do have a bulk initiate tool somewhere, but whatever.
It's unfortunately not a bulk initiate. You have to initiate them individually, and
Oh,
then you
okay.
can use the bulk claim. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So which of these has the highest production power? It is the
The
last
market.
one.
Yeah, for sure.
How much black hole a day do you think that produces?
I think looking at it in terms of a week is a bit better. I'm honestly not sure. If you look at it in like Atomic Hub, you'll be able to see how much mining power it has.
How did it already produce 0.02 black hole?
They start off with a seven like 14 hours with a mining, like when you first initiate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just check the mining power really quick for the sake of nerdiness. And the common we got from the gadget pack, should we attach it to another card or not?
Yeah, sure. 188 mining power, not bad at all.
And compared to a common, which would be the Cystine Marble. That's an uncommon, but whatever.
It's got like eight mining power.
Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. That's one hell of a difference. Okay.
Yeah.
So
you can click on the image, by the way, and it shows you the full thing.
Oh, nice. That's beautiful. Man, one day you should try to animate cards. That would be amazing. If that's something you're into.
Well, right now I'm focusing on drawing. I'm focusing on making actual PF like
Yeah, no.
Hand
like,
drawing.
I totally got you. All right, so these are all initiated.
Yeah, you're good to go here.
So what would you attach the gadget to?
I'd say your lowest mining power land. That's like
okay.
Gadgets are great for bringing up, like your lower rarity lands.
So, do you have a recommendation? Should I put it on the?
See if you can put it on the Shroomakopter. So you're gonna want to scroll up.
Yeah.
All the way up so that you can hit the hit extended.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. So now you got access to the workbench. Now you want to scroll all the way down. See if your Shroomakopter can put on that gadget.
Nice. And what's the rationale for putting it on the Shroomakopter?
Because it's an expansion 1 land, they'll get like a better bonus from the gadget within the second mining pool. You'll generate a ton of tokens.
Oh, on the second. Okay, yeah, because the Shroomakopter mines from 2 different. Well, yeah, I got you. That makes total sense. Where is the Shroomakopter?
All the way at the bottom.
Oh, show more bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
Under the Merc. Oh, here we go.
There you go. All right, so click to the workbench once more. Right, now see if that gadget that you had can be put in there. Or actually, no, it looks like your Shroomakopter's in Azure, so it won't be able to put it on that gadget. I think that gadget was a loop.
It was a way back machine, which is a loop, yeah, infusion loop. So I need to find another infusion loop in the cards.
You got one top left there.
Oh, there we go. The clock. Okay, so that's an epic. Doesn't really matter though, does it?
No, that's just fine to use. Yeah.
So how do I attach it?
So you're gonna want to go to the slot. I think you had a clock. So
yeah.
Now click select.
Apply gadget 1. Okay, here we go. Wait, you must select the gadget.
Yeah, so if you hit select, the pop-up should showing the asset. Otherwise, if it doesn't show, then just it means it's in a different gadget slot. So just click on workbench again and just keep going.
Okay. Loop compass, wayback machine plus 25%.
There we go. Yeah, so it's a compass.
Oh, there we go. So basically, this is just going to act as a perma buff on there. Okay.
Yep.
So we're going to go through both regular mercs and lewdies, but Do I need to unstake her or anything, or is she good?
No, man, it's a non-custodial. The game, you hold the
Oh,
NFT in your wallet. You don't have to do anything.
no, I knew it was non-custodial, and I still can't believe fucking Rax Labs didn't approve your fucking dude. Anyway, I read your proposal. It's ridiculous that they did not approve it, but whatever. All right, so we're going. So why don't
Just play the game.
Why don't we tell everyone about? Oh shit, 32 comments while I was going. Well, some people are playing with the bot, surely. Oh, so we got Wax Pothead saying these are sick. Buzz King loves the art on the new packs. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Thanks,
all right,
Buzz King. Appreciate it.
So we are.
I'd say let's jump into Origins, fam. Let's.
Yep, exactly. So register is going to create a row in the Explorers table as a one-time process. Do I need to look at the smart contract, or
if you want to, you can have a look, but you can just play the game. Yeah,
yeah, I trust you. So this game does need a lot of CPU and a lot of RAM. Well, not a lot of RAM, a bit of RAM to play, right?
A little bit of RAM, good bit of CPU. Some estimates are showing it's about between 2,000 to 4,000 wax per 30 minutes of gameplay in terms of CPU usage. So it is a substantial amount, right?
But it's an investment because it basically amortizes, and when you're staking CPU, you get a return every time you vote, right?
Yeah, 100%. And it's important to know that at this point, you're not investing in my project, right? Like the game is free to play. You have a mercenary, you're going to get extra bonuses, but you can't play the game without any NFTs. It's free to play, right?
Nice.
So you're not investing in my project, you're investing in the blockchain, right?
Yeah.
And you know, we were talking about this like before the stream, but it's like just to go over it again on stream. It's like if you want to be like an average ETH user, you're spending thousands of dollars on gas fees. You're not paying any of that on Wax, right? And because you're not, well, there's no inherent value to Wax. Wax is almost treated as if it's like some monopoly token. You don't really do anything with it, right? Other than, of course, get the things that you actually want. So having to stake Wax, right, to play the games that you want to play, it's adding value to the blockchain itself, right? It's saying that this token, it's not just a monopoly token, right? It's actually for a very important reason, right? It helps decentralize the blockchain. It makes the blockchain healthier. And it's like when the voting comes around for like the OIG, well, now that you can have a good say in it, right? Your vote really can matter because you'll have a bunch of wax stake, right?
I just had a thought. You know what you should do?
What?
I mean, only if you want to. You should start a proxy.
A proxy? What? Well, what do you get for a proxy? You just vote for a bunch of
you vote for everyone who proxies to you, but I know you get extra wax for being a proxy.
Do you actually?
If you're in the top 21, it works similar to the guilds, the proxies.
Really?
Yeah, they do get rewarded, but since you have a bunch of users who have a lot of staked wax, it just seems like it might make sense for you to be a proxy, and the block producers, the guilds. So I'm like, wait, that thought
not that well, but I mean, I more know of them. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, which ones are shitty, and which ones are good, and I guess there's the middle ground, right? Yeah.
That might be lucrative.
I don't know about how lucrative, but it's something.
That's a point. Yeah.
Should we initiate the lewdie first or unstoppable?
If you want to, yeah, it's either or. So if you initiate a lewdie, it randomly rolls for the same stats that it would have if it was a mercenary. It's the same odds, right?
So yeah, basically, if you have a lewdie, there's literally a button here, guys, in the section that's Lewd Momoko 22. So all we're gonna do is Merc initiate account, right? Nice. And she's gonna get stats. She already has an AK, so an AR, I mean. So it'd be funny if she had a poor combat stat.
All right, so it's initiated, but it looks like it didn't fetch an update. So if you hit the TFMW logo, it should refresh it.
Okay.
Okay. There you go.
Kingdom, Mimokia, Class Explorer, Rarity Uncommon, Gate Bipedal, Mining Power 7.33, Magic Find 77.73. How is that class-wise?
It's all right. Yeah. There aren't any class differences just yet.
Okay,
I'm waiting. Like right now, like literally right now, I'm developing combat, developing like the alien life forms, enemies, and stuff that you're going to be battling.
nice.
And right after that, gonna have a little bit of crafting, and then that's when the class differences will be introduced. And so each
So,
class will have like unique bonuses, a bit of a more unique play style. Will be a little, yeah, there'll be a good bit of variety in there.
so Unstoppable Force is a Juggernaut, which is going to be more of like a tank style combat class, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Rarity Eldritch.
Yeah, this one's a really good one. Yeah, it's got lots of mining power, so that means you're gonna have lots of you're gonna get more tokens and token cost and like energy cost reduction while playing.
Holy fuck, it's 10 times. Yeah. And
Yeah,
what
it's
is the
really good.
magic find?
So this is explained in game. There's little like hover elements and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But it's like so it's like I know it's like just magic find and mining power, but like these things like they apply to so many different roles and properties. It's kind of tough to give it in like one go, you know.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Which one would you use today, though?
On average, mining power is about 20% better than magic find, like per point.
Okay, nice. So I selected Unstoppable Force, and now
Mhm.
Origins campaign, it says current RAM requirements. Do I just not have enough RAM yet?
No, you have it's just that's just always showing.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
So
You want to select the chapter?
Yep. And awakened by a loud siren, you found yourself surrounded by shards of broken glass inside a cryogenic capsule. Having a quick look around, the absence of windows and abundance of high-tech gear is telling you of an underground research facility. Try to look for some clues and find out what's going on. So it's been attempted 278 times and cleared 278 times. Okay, sweet. And how do we determine how much, like how many times a day do we get to play it?
As many times as you want.
Really?
There's no limits, man. But it's like you're gonna run out of CPU. Like
Yeah.
literally no one has enough CPU to play the game all day. So that's
Oh wow, that's crazy. How
yeah.
much do you think?
Most people can play it like half a game a day. Like they have to resume it like the next day. Like
Oh, it auto saves.
it's 100% on chain. You don't ever lose progress. No.
God damn, I didn't even think of that, dude. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, dude.
what just happened here? It loaded menu.
So you're in the game now. So you want to click keybinds, and I'll show you all the buttons that you can press.
Oh, nice.
You can hover over them and give you a little bit of info.
Yep. So move mode is W. And menu is M. Okay. Move mode is W. When you're in move mode, then you'll click on the map with the mouse, right?
When you're in move mode, the green tiles will have a number above them, and by clicking on them, it'll automatically push the transaction.
Nice. Highlight events. Okay, so you're highlighting gate keys, enemies, and shrines, but there are currently no enemies, right?
Yeah, no enemies, shrines, and traveling merchants just yet.
Just gate keys. Okay, cool. Reposition
gate keys
camera.
and events, yeah.
Nice. So what am I going to want to do now?
So we're going to want to click M.
Okay.
And then you're going to want to click E.
Okay.
All right, so now this is like the little event menu, right? The little action panel. This is going to be updated in the near future, so that's a bit more, a bit more discreet almost, right? Right now it's like it takes up like a third of the screen, right? I want you to be able to see the full game, right, when you're playing.
So you want it to maybe be like half the size it is, kind of, or
sort of. The big issue was trying to find a nice way to present, because so if you click on the blue tiles, you'll be able to see an event on it. So in the event menu, what's shown on the top is what's like the tile you selected, and what's shown below is the tile that you're on.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. So you actually spawned right on top of an event. You spawn on top of the Many Worlds poster event, and now you have two actions that you can perform.
So the Radiant Harvest of the Peasant gives me token point 0.7813 versus 0.5868. So it's really it seems like the potent work of the song is the better event to choose. Lower energy cost, only a slightly lower token points, with a greater NFT chance.
Yeah.
So does it often happen that the lower probability event has, the lower cost event has a better return?
Not necessarily. So there's a chart. It's in the Discord, but I
Welcome,
can just
Black
send it to
Fang.
you.
Nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming.
Like this system is like exceptionally elaborate.
Yeah, I know.
It'll take a minute to become familiar with everything. But generally speaking, I try to make it somewhat intuitive. Hey, what's up, Black Fang? It's like if it's got like a cool name, it got some cool adjectives, some cool verbs in there, it's probably pretty good, right? The harvest of the peasants, it's the peasants. Like, of course,
But
it's not
it's
going to be
radiant, bro. It's radiant.
It is radiant. Yeah. So the thing that comes before is the quality. The thing that comes after is the domain. And the thing in the
I
middle
see.
is the action, right? So that harvest is the action. If you have a look at the chart I sent you, it's in the StreamYard.
In private chat. Yep.
It'll show you like the multipliers for what's what, right? You might want to put that on screen just so that
that's what I'm doing right now. Bring it on to the other screen. Here we go. Okay. So, rubbish, bunko, crummy, suboptimal, lackluster, mundane, decent, interesting, alluring, peculiar, potent. Okay,
you don't have to read through all of them. There's a lot. There's 60.
No, but I'm liking your choice of words. Exceptional, astounding, bountiful, Empyrean. I didn't know that one. Elysian, elephantine, and Herculean, titanic, blessed, radiant, opulent, prodigious, astronomical, godly, and omnipotent. I actually think that order is I wouldn't argue with the order.
All right.
Okay, so peasant is the third worst, which makes sense. While
so you get like just having a look on like to the right of it, you'll see like of the peasant, it's got a 1.3 energy cost, but the reward multi is a 0.6, right?
Oh,
right. So you get less rewards, right?
And harvest is a lot. It's
not
an event
action. It's on the right table. The table to the right.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So harvest has a domain multiplier of 1.1, a quality multiplier of 0.9, whilst work is 0.66 and 1.5. So when someone's starting to play the game, would you say that it makes sense for them to look at this table in real time, or?
You can, but also it's like in the end, you just got to make a choice, right? The left one or the right one,
Fair point. And we're going to choose the right one.
Yeah. And see, without you even knowing the chart, right? You already pieced together like the better solution, right? And that's what it's supposed to be. It's like it gives you some control, some level of decision making, keeps it engaging, right?
Nice. Let me ask you this. I'm going to make it so that it always signs them because I trust you. I wouldn't do this for any game, and I wouldn't recommend people generally do that. But is this harder to play with Anchor just because of
it can be more cumbersome?
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering.
But the thing is, so this smart contract, there is nothing that requires you to transfer NFTs. There is nothing that requires you to transfer tokens. It is purely just things in the game.
Yo, what's up, Sensei? Nice to see you, fam. Oh, okay. And so
you
now
never have to worry about like malicious things, right?
Yeah. So now I get to basically choose my next move, and as we said before, we can only move like a knight in chess. So that's 2 in one direction, 1 in the other. So this would be 0.61, and this would be 1.08 of energy, right?
You can press W, and that'll enable quick move mode.
Oh, nice. Okay,
there you go. Yeah, so the number on the tiles, that's the energy cost coefficient. That's a multiplier to the energy cost. Oh,
and okay, are these RNG based or?
Yeah, it's generated when the board's being generated.
So it's completely procedural. Okay. And is there a way for me to zoom out? Because I know I need.
Yeah, you can scroll.
Oh, there we go. Okay, because I'm looking for what do I need to land on? The yellow ones, right?
Yeah, if you click space, you'll be able to just like change the camera's position.
Oh, dope! And I'm complete. Okay, I prefer this view personally. Sure. Okay, and what do the different colors represent here?
So the blue tiles are an event. A
Okay.
teal tile is like that tile right there is
Mhm.
that means that you can move there and there's an event right there.
Oh, okay. And the
But
green.
you are in quick move mode, so if you click on that tile, your guy's gonna move right into it. It immediately pushes the transaction.
Oh, and what is the green one?
That means that well you can move there.
Oh, okay. So the most
Yeah.
rational thing to do would be to move to the event, I would suppose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do it.
So you're gonna want to try to get as many events along the way. You're gonna want to get to the orange tiles to pick up the keys because you're gonna need all the keys. You see this area on the
Yeah.
far right. It says that keys found 0 of 2. You're gonna want to get the two keys, and then you'll be able to get on to the next area.
Oh, nice. Okay. So interesting process of the bourgeois versus suboptimal harvest of the lost. I think I've already read it, but why is the NFT chance so higher on suboptimal harvest of the lost?
So the quality, the thing that comes before, influences the tokens, the
Oh
token
yeah,
points, and then
right.
the thing that comes, the domain thing that comes second, influences the NFT chance. So of the lost is it's a pretty high roll. So that's up to you. You know, you want to go
Yeah,
for
you know
the
what? I'm
slow
gonna go to the
chance.
suboptimal harvest of the lost.
Okay.
And let's zoom out again. There we go. So I'm here.
If
You
you
know what?
hold right click, you can
Yeah.
move the board around as well.
Oh, nice. I like it. Okay, dope. So if I want to get to this guy at some point, that might not work. But let's just go here. Okay, movement successful. If I go here, I think I'll be able to hit a. Yeah, so then if I go here, I can hit this event. Okay. Boom.
You
This
also have
movement unsuccessful. Why would that be?
so sometimes the API refresh it happens before the blockchain gets updated. So you can just click refresh API on the left there.
Oh, okay, cool. This is so cool, man. Like, I've never seen anything like this on the
It's a
chain.
real game, man.
No, I know it's a real game, but it's also like it feels like choices matter.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's why you can't bot this. You need a neural network, and you don't
Why
have a
don't you?
data.
Would you mind telling chat about that, because we were talking about that bit before
Yeah.
stream, and I'm still trying to process it because it was so interesting what you were saying.
So like you can't bot this game because there's too many different outcomes. Like maybe right now in its current stage, if you were given a few weeks, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But like once there's enemies attacking you while you're moving, and there's like once you have locations as well, adding like a third dimensionality, you're gonna be playing 3D chess, right? Where the shortest path isn't a straight line, right?
Literal
You
3D chess because of the
literal
many worlds
3D chess.
hypothesis.
Well, I mean, well, that's gonna be we're a bit away from there, right? I gotta first for
No, I
work on
get
the
it.
first three
But
dimensions before the next, the two
yeah,
after. But
yeah, but still, this is pretty off the hook, dude.
there's just too many different possible ways to go about doing something, and it's like for you to try to bot something like this, like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, first of all, you're gonna have to decipher the smart contract tables, right? And it's like the data is stored in 5-dimensional objects. So this isn't like a common architecture that's like everyone uses. This is my one of one like labyrinth that you're trying to navigate, right? And it's like if you manage to decipher that and you know how to like create like train a neural network to play the game, well now you have to recreate the entire game in an off-chain engine for yourself so that you can train your AI on it and have a data set. Because otherwise, right? So it's like you're basically like trying to climb like Mount Olympus while I'm throwing boulders at you in the form of patch notes, right?
I
A
love
couple of
it.
them will miss, but if one of them hits you, all your work is gone, right?
You're completely fucked. Yeah,
Yeah, like it's you're not botting. As long as I'm alive, like and I'm around, you can't bot this. It's literally not bottable.
that's hilarious. Wait, crummy experiment of the bourgeois. Neither of these are very good options. So we're gonna go with the crummy experiment of the bourgeois. So basically, we're going. Basically, the reason I'm moving here is because we need to go get this first key, then go get this key, then go to the exit. Right? This game is sick. I mean, people might not realize it looking at it, but because I mean, these are not. Well, I mean, for a Web3 game, these are impressive graphics. But like, you know, these are not AAA graphics, but there is a lot of depth. There's a lot of depth here. Like the choices.
It's not immediately obvious at all. But like once you actually sit down, like and it's like a lot of the game is like you just looking at the whole board, piecing together what the best path is, right?
Yep. Because if we were not on stream right now, believe me, I would be taking a lot longer to make my choices.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like in terms of pre-calculating where I want to go, because I want to go here to get that. So around this key, we have quite a few events. Is it worth using up energy to get them?
Yeah. I mean, you want to get events along the way to the keys and to the gates, you know?
So if they just require, say, one extra jump, no big deal, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Energy cost minus... Oh, damn. This was not a good one. Token points, NFT, chance, plus 0.0. Sure. Whatever. Crumbing process of the savage. Okay. So if I go... No. Okay, if I go here, I can get a move to that event. How fast, like when you're going through this, how fast do you do it?
About the same pace. I mean, I'm not particularly quick at it. I'm not like that fast as a person, period. I mean,
okay.
I take my time, yeah. Bro.
You like to be chill, like a little bit like me. Okay.
I'm a slow poke for sure.
Also, see, these ones both have really high energy costs, but the token points and the NFT chances are very high on both. So okay,
the token points aren't the highest, but the NFT chances are like about 5 times the norm. So
yeah, exactly. So rubbish salvage of the ruthless. Try saying that 5 times fast. So I can go to this other teal one here now. Go from event to event. And after that, I'll be able to go to the key. Okay, perfect.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually pretty dope. So I have no idea what's waiting for me on the key one. Oh, wait, I did go to another event. Oh, shit. I was at the event and I didn't click anything. Fuck.
Did you get the key?
I'm on the key now.
There you go. So if you scroll down a little,
yeah,
you see where it says collect key. There's an action for it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is interesting. There shouldn't be an event where a key already is. So I'll have to take a look at the smart contract later.
Oh, okay. I totally didn't realize that. Plus 0.06, plus 0.13, 0.24. This is worth the extra movement, I would say. But what I was saying is that I was on this other event before and I forgot to click a choice. So meaning the event doesn't resolve itself, right? Okay, that's good to know. Astounding process of the bourgeois versus crummy process of the aristocrat. Okay, so astounding process of the bourgeois. Do you think I'm going to have enough energy to get out at the first level, or?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
All you have to do is reach area 2. You're on area 0 right now. Yep. If you reach area 2, then you can get your rewards and everything. So far, you've generated 2.7 research.
Is that decent, or I have no?
That's not bad. I mean, it's like about I think like 0.2-ish wax, somewhere around there, like 0.15 wax.
Oh wow! Just for having fun playing chess.
Yeah. A couple minutes, a little bit of thinking, a couple of good moves,
Yeah, and let me ask you this: when it comes to liquidity, is the liquidity provided entirely by the community, or is some of it provided by you, or how does that work?
Yeah, I provide a little bit of the liquidity, but I want most of it to be by the community so that they can get the LP rewards.
Yeah,
And if
that.
if any LP rewards that I get, I just put it right back into the pool for next month.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But also, I think it kind of shows the community's dedication that there is so much liquidity in the LPs.
I mean, I wouldn't say so much. I mean, there's maybe about like $1,500 worth. It's
Yeah,
not
but
nothing, but it
it's
is
not nothing.
substantial.
But the returns are fucking good.
Yeah.
Is I guess what I'm saying. Like I am a player. I'm not a fanatic, but I guess you could say I'm growing more fanatical every day because this is like I'm having so much fun doing this, and I don't know why.
It's definitely an engaging game. The decisions you got to make, I feel like it adds a lot to it. If you were just moving and you just have to click like collect every time, I feel like it wouldn't be as good.
No, it I mean, it would just be moving around like a knight, dude. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a lot more than that. And when you're going to integrate what? You're going to integrate shrines, combat, and
Traveling merchants and in-game crafting. Yeah.
wow. Token points +1. That's pretty fucking big
That's a
deal, right?
bucket, man. All your events so far have given you 2.7 token points.
And where am I seeing that?
On the right. On the right?
Okay, no wonder I'm not seeing. My right eye is terrible. I'm amblyopic. I have like a lazy eye, so to speak.
Okay.
So yeah, things on the right I don't see very well, which is why I keep all my own important shit on the left.
Fair enough, man.
So what inspired you to do this? Because like, on the one hand, this is so logical, but on the one hand, it's like it's really weird. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, not weird in a bad way, weird in a completely amazing way. But like,
it's kind of like, what are we even doing, hey?
A little bit. I mean, like, I'm sure there were, like, given the infusions, I mean, I'm sure some substances were consumed during the creation of this game. You don't have
not for a long time. I'll tell you that much. I've been sober for yeah, man. I've been dead sober for a long time now.
How long have you been on a tea break for?
Almost like 8 months.
Oh wow, dude! Congratulations.
Yeah, man, going strong.
Yeah, no, seriously. So, but what did inspire the game then? Because I mean, I can see some psychedelic influences in it that, like, I have trouble seeing as not related to substances.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, there's also some very clear interest in mathematics, in physics, and in string theory. How did this all come about?
Well, what like the events and stuff, or like this game as a whole?
The nexus of the two, I would say, is my question. Like,
I
because
mean,
it's
I
like
sort of
it's
like
just
I came up with this idea like around like a year and a half ago. Like I was showcasing this on like Twitch streams. Like this is what I want to build. This is what I want to do. Like a year and a half ago, like December 2021, January 2022. I just didn't have the skill set to build it, and I had to teach myself coding. I had to teach myself 3D design, like React, all of this stuff, right? And now
and
I'm
you
finally in a position, yeah, I can actually
but
deliver.
you learn smart contract coding and all of this that fast.
Yeah, about a year and a half. I mean, it's not that fast. It still took a year and a half, but it's like I've wanted to build this, like what we're seeing here, for a long time. It just
And what
wasn't
led you
possible.
but what led you to this particular world that you've created, or these many worlds, so to speak? Like, what was the inspiration? Because there's so many different elements that come together, and you wouldn't necessarily think they work, but they really do.
I don't know. It seemed like a really big challenge. It seemed like something that's like kind of like awe-inspiring,
Yeah, it
something
kind
that
of
has the
is.
potential to be very immersive. It's like as like I think like if you want to have a project, you really and some projects they try to be like, well, focused on one particular thing.
Yeah.
Um, but I knew that I'm not gonna be focused on just one particular thing. I know I'm gonna have new ideas, and I want to, and I don't want to like make it so that the game feels like it's like like wrong, or like just like out of its theme, to have like new ideas being brought into it. So an idea, so like a metaverse such as like the many worlds, where it's like, well, anything can be put into it and it won't
Sure.
feel out of place. So that was really like, just like, I like, even fundamentally at the story level, I knew I wanted to prepare it so that I could just keep on building on to it. um
Oh, see, already this is starting to make more sense to me because Buzz King says this game is so crazy, needs a mastermind to design it, and I agree with you. You are clearly a very smart man, um, but at the same time, that's also reductionist, right? Like, it's not just because you're smart that you designed a good game. There because Charlie 6-Bit Glitch, who I have immense respect for, once told me that um at the most foundational level, a game, and maybe you can tell me if you agree or disagree with me,
sure.
a game is math, and then you put art on top of the math.
It can be. I mean, I think that's one way to look at it.
How do you look at game design?
I look at it as like vectors of acceleration.
Okay.
Sort of like, you can't look at things as being like static, right? Things need to have differences in the rate of growth, right? You need to have moments of fast growth that then needs to taper down, sort of like a roller coaster, and you're feeling like the momentum,
Yep.
right? That's where a lot of like enjoyment comes from. A lot of it is about like anticipation.
It's about differential pacing, right?
Exactly. That's a perfect term for it. A lot of it is also about like having different weightings in your game. Like to a depth, it should be weighted by luck. To a depth, it should be weighted by skill. To a depth, it should be weighted by knowledge, right? Skill being what you can execute, right, on demand, and knowledge being, well, how much have you learned about the game, right? Um,
Oh,
and
I
it's
like that way of putting it, because I will say that intimidating is the wrong word, because I'm not intimidated by your game, but your game does have a bigger learning curve than a lot of the other ones I've played. Like, someone might look at it and
oh
be
yeah.
like, "Oh, this is a mining game." I'm like, "No, it's not a mining game, dude. There's a mining component, but it's definitely not a mining game." Um,
It's a new genre. Like, this doesn't exist anywhere else. This is
that's
a
what
one of one.
that's maybe the problem, dude, is I'm trying to put a label on something that can't be labeled.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like, so far, trying to like advertise this game, it's felt like I'm trying to sell a comb in a world where people don't have hair. You know what I mean? It's like they're like, well, what is this? And I try to explain it, and you're like, but you
Well,
know
see, I
what
was
I
gonna
mean?
say this earlier, and I didn't say it, but like, it feels like the game is not niche. It's niche right now because people don't get it. What does that make sense?
So you think that it could actually be meta in the future? It's just is that what you're saying? Or like, it's just like,
I
it's just
think
not
people.
known, but like the concept is something that seems that it could be well
Yes,
known. Hey.
that's what I'm trying to. I think that's what I'm trying to say. That people have to understand it better, and people. It's even hard to say, because when you're playing it, you have this enjoyment and this intellectual satisfaction that's derived from it. And I can tell you, other than like Tourist Station and to a lesser extent some games, like I'm involved with Noah Pangea, and
Hmm.
I get some intellectual satisfaction from that game. But I wrote all their, I'm writing all their lore in real time.
Hmm.
But this intellectual satisfaction is not that common in a Web3 game. But
Okay.
like, whether it's the verbiage, whether it's the art, whether it's whatever, I get it from your project.
Well,
Um,
I'm gonna be honest. The game is built like an IQ test. Like,
okay, fair enough.
It's literally built like it. Like if you Google figure weights,
Figure weight.
just Google figure weights, like an image of a figure weight.
Okay.
Click
Yeah.
on the first image.
Yeah.
That's what every event action is, right? You're just choosing like
no, 100%. Yes.
it's literally the game is literally built like an IQ test, and it's like the way I look at it, it's like if if you are here to play to earn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who should the money go to? Well, should go to the people who can apply themselves the best, right? And either that's like whether like you're gonna high roll on the IQ test or you're gonna play, you're gonna get good at it, right? That's like the
Mm-hmm.
same, right? You can practice on the IQ test, right? Get a high score, right? So
Yes.
that's how the game's designed, right?
When I'm looking at this figure weight here, and I've taken these too, it almost feels like this doesn't fully encapsulate it because you have to figure out. It's almost like in the game you have to figure out the answer to the one on the left, while already knowing the answer.
Well, this isn't the perfect example. It's more like you're saying like, well, what's heavier, right?
Yeah,
That's
no,
what the event, every action is on an event, right?
I totally get that part, and that makes sense. But what I'm saying is, I don't even think that fully encapsulates it.
It's a bit multidimensional because it's like you have like also words in there, right?
Yep.
And then you also have like 3 different variables: the energy cost, the token points, and the NFT chance. So it's like there is some substantial depth to it. It is meant to be somewhat challenging, and it's like after like if you play like let's say chess for a few hours, you're gonna be exhausted, and that's the same thing with this. Like this will tire you out, right? like playing all day, it's not a matter of just CPU. It's gonna be also like you're gonna get tired, man. Like
that's
knackered. Like
that's a really good selling point for a game. It's gonna tire you out.
I will say though, you are running a bit low on energy. You got about 53 left, and you have about you got to get through 2 more areas to get your rewards.
But if I don't get through 2 other areas, is it going to save my progress anyway where I am?
No, man. Well, I mean, you won't be able to move. You'll run out of energy, so you won't get any rewards.
Oh shit! I did not realize that. I was taking my sweet ass time doing events, and I forgot to collect the key. Did I collect the key?
Yeah, you got the key this time.
No, I didn't. It's still there.
Why is it still?
Because I didn't collect it. I didn't click on it in time. I clicked on move before I collected the key.
Oh, dagger.
All right. Yeah, no.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I was under the impression that you could that it would save your progress at any point, but it'll only save your progress at junctures. Where does it save your progress?
On whatever tile you're on. The game resumes exactly where you left off.
Like
you can refresh the page right now, and you will come back exactly where you are.
But it'll just forfeit your rewards if you don't make it to level 2. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I don't really care about play to earn, to be honest with you. I just like having fun.
Fair enough, man.
Because at this point, I don't think I'll make it through 2 levels with 51.429 energy. Do you?
Maybe if you get a little bit lucky. All right, you're gonna want to move over there. If you get a little bit lucky, I mean, it's definitely possible. All right, and all the way down, you're gonna want to hit pass through gates.
There's an event though. Should I?
I'd say maybe not, just because you already have a good bit of token points, and I think you do want to get to the end.
Okay, got you. So yeah, that's true. If you're not accepting the event, then you're not.
You're not spending the energy. Yeah.
You're just spending the regular energy for the baseline movement. So unless the event gives you something awesome, there's no real point.
You want to double tap space and just hop over to where you're at.
Yeah. Okay. So I need to. This one's easier. So I basically just need to get over here and get over there. And
you're at the bottom of the board. You have an event right in front of you. Actually, it spawns like perfect.
And the gate's right there. Okay. This makes more sense to approach from the left, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, where's the event?
It's right there. The gate. It's literally right in front of you.
Oh, the gate. Yeah. Okay, so
not the gate. The key. The key is right.
Yeah. That. Okay, sorry. We were on the same page. I was just like, wait, what event? Oh, yeah. Here it is. So get it in 2. Okay, good. So I have to make it through this one and another?
Yes. Oh no, if you can make it through this one, then you'll be able to get rewards.
Oh, I don't see any issue making it through this one. Do you think it'll be tough?
No, I think you got this, man. I think it's in the bag.
For the most part, though, I think I'm going to avoid events. Like, there's one here, so I'll just click it.
Yeah, like a 1 energy cost, that's totally fine. But if you see one that's like 3, 4, 5 energy costs, just find another event. You know, that's way too much energy.
But like, basically, I'm just going to hogtail it up the left side of the board. If I hit an event, I do, but I'm just going to prioritize prioritize movement pace now. Given that the keys, like, it's not too bad actually when you look at it. Oops. There we go. It's
we gotta get it a bit more optimized. It's
well, dude,
it looks like it's cooking your computer a little bit.
I mean, this is in an early stage of development, right?
Yeah, but it is also like it's in React, and it's like you can only make like a game engine's optimized to be a game engine. This is all built by hand. You know what I mean?
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Like this is not optimized at all. I'm like brand new to this. Like I'm literally brand new to this. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. It is weird because this seems harder on my computer than Diablo.
Yeah. It's like more than likely using your like integrated graphics card, which is like a little toaster. Like for like
instead of my external graphics card.
I think so. I think that's the case. That's like
that's super interesting. Why do you think it would do that?
I think that's just how browsers are set up these days, you know.
With the WebGL. Okay, got you. Yeah.
So I mean, I gotta do some research in that whole department. It's like literally like I put this together in like about 10 days. But it's like I could easily spend like a year alone just learning how to optimize WebGL. Like,
correct me if I'm wrong here. Correct me if I'm wrong. If someone wanted to code this thing as only, and I don't know if you know this, I'm learning how to code myself, like just for fun. Oops, god damn it, I keep doing that. If someone wanted to learn how to code just this board and you can only move like a knight, that wouldn't be hard.
No,
that's like a beginner's coder project almost.
Yeah.
But it's when you're adding the events, the movement costs, that's all math. That's all.
Yeah, and it's like the algorithms aren't public. You got to piece the algorithms together, right? And it's like if you hover over like on the far right of your screen, do you see where it says mining power?
Yeah, plus 85.7.
So yeah, just hover over that. So that will give you some info about what mining power is doing.
Oh, I got you. So if I would have used the lewdie who had the low mining power but the high magic power, what would it have done differently?
So mining power increases the probability that you'll get higher rarity domains. It increases action find, which is, the odds that action find is, it increases the amount of tokens that you find.
Okay.
As well as action efficiency, which reduces the energy cost of all actions, including movements, and all like the little things that you do. And then magic find increases the weighting of getting like higher rarity qualities. It increases luck, which is the probability that you'll find an NFT, as well as action fortune, which is the probability that you'll get 2 rolls, right? So if you look on the left, you see you have fortune there, 5.46, right? So every action.
I say this with love. You're fucking crazy, dude.
I nearly died programming the magic finding mind power. I actually almost died.
I say that in that you went on a coding binge and weren't taking care of yourself?
It's been about a year I've been on one of those, but I actually almost died putting in magic finding mining power and like wiring domains and qualities and like doing EV tables to make sure it's balanced. Like I actually almost died. That was ridiculous.
Oh my god, bro. Thank goodness you didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm going strong. It only made me stronger.
But hey, the game would still have been immortal. let me ask you this, because you brought this up, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll with it here for a sec.
Hmm?
No, never mind, because it doesn't even make sense as a question.
But what is it? It's okay.
Well, no, I was like, if ever you in 100 years when you're dead,
Yeah.
unless some kind of technology comes around, would someone else be able to? Yeah, it's all on chain. Someone would be able to would be able to build on your work, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, I would release the source code for like this game engine, so that like the front end, so anyone could
Mhm.
just run it as like an npm module, um, or like an npm package or template, and just play the game if they want. So other people could host like the front end. But as far as like building on the game itself, I mean, I don't know. I don't think they could, just because, well, they couldn't add things to the smart contract. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, if they downloaded the smart contract and
well, if you
you're dead,
download a smart contract, it gives it to you in WebAssembly. And I mean, good luck
oh
reverse engineering this. You want to
yeah,
like
okay,
reverse engineer like a little like, NFT minting contract? Sure. Good luck reverse engineering procedural world gen, bro. Your gray hairs are gonna grow gray hairs. Like,
I have to say, man, I've never seen anything like this.
one of one. Yeah.
But you do realize, like, this does have meta potential. It's just,
Yeah. It just needs to be made better, and it will be.
but what I'm saying also is like, I'm enjoying this because I don't know, I'm in that niche that enjoys this right now. That I guess I get it, or maybe that makes sense. I don't know. I mean, some people clearly don't get it. So see, like here, for example, I'm not going to do either of these things just because like minus 1.6 and minus 2.4. It's just like fuck it. The
But
rewards
that
aren't.
that does give 0.85 token points. That gives a nice bunch.
Oh damn it! I don't have my glasses on. I didn't read that. Yeah, I'm gonna do it because I have
Okay.
enough energy to get out. I still have 40. But basically, like after this one, what is it gonna issue my rewards to me automatically or?
No, it's up to you. You can go as far as you like. You can see how far you can go. The game's
Oh,
endless. Like, you play until you run out of energy. It's like,
oh,
there's no limit to it. Yeah, you can play forever if you're good enough. And
and
eventually, these events and stuff you're doing, you'll get materials. You'll be able to craft consumables to get back energy and keep on playing.
yeah, you had mentioned that to me. Okay, so let me ask you this then. When you run out of energy, where do you respawn the next time you play?
Oh, at the beginning. It's like a roguelike game. You start at the beginning.
The beginning of zero again.
Yep.
Oh fuck!
Oh yeah.
What is the furthest that someone has gotten?
I think I've seen someone's reached area 4 or 5, I believe.
And what would you say as the designer is the maximal level someone could reach without any buffs?
I don't know. I
It
don't know.
really just depends.
I genuinely don't know. It's kind of like I'm here tuning the matrix, but I don't
Yeah.
know what the outcome's gonna be. I'm just putting in the parameters, man. I just work here like this. I
Oh,
have
and
no idea what.
because it's procedurally generated, we also can't come up with the fucking equilibrium.
In what sense?
There's no equilibrium point to find the delta of how far you could get based on your energy points versus requirements,
Well, you
because
you
the
sort of
requirements are
can.
constantly changing.
You sort of can. You can do like an estimated value. You do like just
An EV,
probabilities times
yeah,
probability. It's like a massive EV table though, and it's constantly being updated as you perform actions. It's
yeah.
like it's actually at that point, it's like, you know what? I'll just see how far people can go.
Well, what's the if you're willing to say, what's the range of energy cost?
Oh, it's so each tile, it's between 0.6 to 1.4. That's the energy cost coefficient. And
Okay.
then the range of the actual action events, it depends on just like 5 different dynamic variables.
Okay.
which are so like the area that you're on has a difficulty, which increases the energy cost. Right now,
Okay.
it's by 0.06 times extra, for
Yeah.
each difficulty. You can see that by hovering over difficulty on the far right. Um, and then you have the actual action itself, its quality, and its domain, which each have multipliers, right?
I even if you're created an EV,
Even no, even if you create an EV, it's still hellish. Like it's
because user what's the term I'm looking for? User behavior.
yeah.
I mean, I'm probably not playing this. First of all, I'm not playing this right now in an optimal way because I'm on stream, I'm chatting, like, I'm just playing it casually. But I can guarantee you that later tonight, before Jumby comes on, do you know Jumby the artist?
I don't think I do. No.
Oh fuck! I forgot to click on the fucking key again. God damn it! Fuck me. I have to go back and get the key. No,
Yeah, I do.
Jumby's a really cool artist who does a lot of things with physics, actually,
Oh, no kidding.
with light theory.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and he's coming on at 8 Pacific, 11 Eastern. Because like we were chatting, it's NFtopia, so just like bring a few people on. And I wanted to have you on for this for a while, but you were fucking exhausted. I could tell. Like, you seemed wrecked. Am I
What?
correct in saying that? After you put this out, we chatted
Oh,
at some point.
oh, yeah, man. I was so tired. I just wanted like I've been taking a good week off. Like I've been just
Okay,
resting this week, recuperating. Yeah, it was about time.
nice. What have you done in terms of self care?
Eat a bunch of food, had some chili, slept a bit. That's all I need.
Have any nature? Maybe.
I got a backyard. It's got a couple rocks in it. It's all right.
Hey, that's enough, man.
Yeah.
Anything anything at some point. Because like I presume you code in the dark, right?
Uh Sometimes. I mean, my sleep schedule is kind of all over the place.
Me
If I'm
too.
awake, I just code, if I can.
But do you let me no, what I meant is, do you code with a light on?
Yeah, like just like right now I have like a light on in my room.
Oh yeah, you do. Okay, no. Because I've spoken to a few people, and a lot of people seem to code with lights off.
That's interesting.
I wonder if it has something to do with eyesight, and maybe we're just a lot older than you.
Maybe I could see it. Me personally, I get too tired. I get too unfocused with the lights off. You have some lights on you, it captures you, focuses you a little bit, right? Sort of
See, if it's
simulates
natural,
day.
if it's natural sunlight, I agree. But if it's just like
I find even just a light bulb, man, that thing's right in your eye. It's gonna wake you up a little bit at least.
the problem with me is if I'm stressed over the code because it's not going well, and trust me,
Mhm.
generally it's not going well. Um, the light will just make me anxious, kind of.
Fair, fair.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I
I've put
really don't.
myself under so much stress the past 2 years. Like I'm like a rock at this point. Like I
You
just
you probably still need a vacation though.
not really, to be honest. I mean, I took like this week off.
Uh huh.
Um, I noticed like if I'm able to like let's say if I put like 12 to 14 hours behind my desk, if I only get like 5 to 6 hours of work done, my efficiency drops below 50%. Then I'm like, yeah, I think I need to recover a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like I don't really feel the need to like go on like an elaborate vacation. Okay, right now you're in you're in one of the gulag positions. Like this is
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking 3 moves ahead, and I can't figure it out.
I know. I have been there many times while I was testing the game and designing it. This is a group. This is a certified gulag position.
I think it's a minimum of 5 moves to get out of it. Uh, fuck. This is
It's
not
not
ideal.
easy.
I'm gonna have to come at it this way, I think. So if I'm here now, then boom, boom.
It's in two. It's in two. You see it?
Oh shit! I wasn't even looking at it that way.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So you can
I
do it in
missed.
4. You can do it in 4, but it's like, yeah, man. There's a couple gulag positions that like they will humble you. Yeah, you're not expecting.
Oh,
You won't be
dude,
ready for
you
it.
are not. Wait, did I not collect all the keys?
No,
This
you
is
got
the
all the
gate. Oh,
keys.
I did. Okay. Now, do I want to do any of these actions? 20 token, 24, 22. 0.24 token for 1.29 is pretty decent, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that. So now that research is so, well, I wouldn't say easy to collect, but now that you can collect research, will you be adding more research syncs?
I am. Yes.
Are
Yes. I
you
have a.
willing? Sorry?
Yeah. So I have a lot of stuff planned for like equipment and gear and stuff like that. But that's like the core game loop that's missing from here, right? Right now, the NFT drop rate is at a 0.01% chance. I want it to be at a 1% chance. It's going to be
Yeah, you
100.
were writing that in the in one of your, because what people might not know if they're not in your Discord, and feel free to post it, by the way. I think more people should be in it. Is that you are so goddamn transparent about everything you do. You post updates like, I had to drop this to this. I'm disappointed that I had to do that, but I had to do it for all these reasons. And you know how in Web3 communities tend to bitch about things a lot?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, people can't really do that because, like, if they did, the logic of what you're saying is generally unassailable, and you tend to write it in a language that is understandable to someone who is not a programmer. Or, I mean, do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Because it's like if people, yeah, dude. Like I really do try to do my best to just try to be understood, because I
Mm-hmm.
don't expect anyone to understand this madness, right? I have to give it in a common language, in a common form, and even then, it gets like overly technical at times, right? And the
It
message can get
can,
lost.
but I
But
think you're really good at vulgarizing it, personally.
I appreciate it. I would recommend just trying to grab as many events at this point.
Yep,
Try to
that's what I'm
use
doing.
all your
There's
energy.
no
Oh
way.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I'm making it out of the level, so I'm just gathering events.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
at the end, we'll see what I get.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the crazy thing is, and correct me if I'm wrong, as long as I have CPU,
Hmm?
I can keep playing.
You can play it all day long, as much as you like. Yeah.
So, like, before stream, just in full disclosure of the audience, on this account, I did not have enough CPU to play it. On my normal, sorry, not my normal account, on my minting account, where I keep my CPU for some reason, I would have had enough, or almost enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I rented like 7 wax worth of CPU, which obviously I'm not going to get back, but I'm probably going to rent another 7 wax of CPU just to make another run off stream. Just because it honestly, this is just fun. But then again, also, I wonder this, and maybe you've chatted to other people about this. Have you noticed if people who play chess regularly enjoy this game more than people who don't?
I honestly don't have enough people playing the game to know that.
Are you willing? Do you want to? Or I mean, I feel awkward asking, but do you want to talk about what your DAU is?
Oh, like daily active users, like unique active
Yeah,
wallets. Yeah,
yeah.
it's like usually it's around 50 right now.
That's not bad for a Web3 game though on Wax.
Yeah, in a week it's around 100 because that's when most people come to just claim their tokens.
Yep.
But it's like ever since Origins got released, like it almost doubled to triple the daily amount of transactions, just because people, like, it only takes a handful of people to play, and it's just running the transaction count up. So the metrics for the game are all going very healthy, all growing slowly. But yeah, like I definitely need more players and just like more people trying the game out, get more feedback, you know.
But what people don't realize is aside from the CPU, which could be prohibitive for some people, like, we have to agree on that.
Yeah, yeah.
The cost to play.
It's free.
Wait, but you won't get rewards, will you?
Oh, you get tokens. You just can't get NFTs. That's all.
You get tokens for free?
Yeah, man. You can make like about like 10 to 15 research in a run. Yeah, dude. Come
What the
play.
fuck?
Yeah, man. But you won't get NFTs. And like NFTs, that's gonna be a big part. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna be
And
able to get I'm aiming somewhere around like 5 to 15 NFTs a run. You're gonna get a nice bucket, man. You're gonna sift through your
damn.
loot. You're gonna sift through your loot. You're gonna be able to craft stuff, craft equipment, and it's like that's when the real fun begins. That's when you're gonna be almost like it's gonna be
Yeah.
like crack. Because then it's
What
like
are the NFTs that'll drop right now?
right now you can get a lost cargo pack or a gadgets pack. The odds are very slim, but it's like if you hit it, it's like the EV is balanced in terms of NFT
Yeah.
value and amount of tokens generated. They're roughly balanced, right?
I mean, that's still pretty dope though, because like someone who's playing this game knows about the game, and I've been in it for my previous wallet. I had the one, I'm one of those idiots who clicked the link at some point. I probably had like 4 or 5 lands at that point in that previous wallet, so it wasn't much. Now I have maybe like 30. I don't know. I'm far from a whale. Like I don't even know if am I like the average player or slightly less. Would you say?
I don't know. I think you are somewhere around the average, though. I think that's somewhere around the median.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Oh, because your average is way skewed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is like this makes me want to get a few lands every week now.
Fair enough, brother. Yeah.
Because see, now that I knew you were gonna do it, but I didn't know it would be this cool.
It is something that's beyond just like passing, like describing through words. It's kind of like you can't really describe an experience, right? You kind of just gotta experience it. But I'm so happy that it's finally here, man, and I'm finally like it's all this time, all this effort. It's actually
and congratulations are in order for one.
Wow.
But like, see, the thing is, and let me say this to you, and again, this is a compliment. This game doesn't have a skin.
No, not yet. No, it's barely got a story. It's pure mechanics.
And I'm really trying to figure out whether it's because I'm a chess player or whether it's just fucking amazing and procedurally generated. Because I feel like I could play this all day. There's one of the lovely things that you did in terms of game design, and it sounds like I'm kissing your ass. I'm not. I'm just speaking objectively. One of the really lovely things you did in game design is you didn't put any artificial time constraint like some games will do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a really good thing. I mean, I love playing what do you call it? Chess, time limited chess. What's the term again? Goddamn.
Like Blitz?
Yeah, Blitz. Thank you. I love it, but at the same time, it's intense. You're exhausted when you're done. Like,
yeah, like this, you can take your time, where you can go as fast as you like. You know, it really lets people play to their strengths, and that's what this game is. That's really why I'm trying to design it around. I want you to play to your strengths, not having to worry. Like, if you want to worry about what's meta and what the best tactics are, sure, but you really can take your time.
Because if you're in the gulag, for example, and you're just frustrated.
Oh yeah, man.
I was gonna do the gulag in 4 moves. And then because I was like, okay, that's my path. And I didn't even see the other path, even though it was staring me right in the face till you told me, look, and then I saw it immediately. But say you were really in the gulag and you had very little energy left, you could literally just walk away for an hour.
Yeah. If you get stressed out, yeah, totally. Because that is the thing that's gonna happen. Like if you're trying to get far, or like now right now you don't even have life plasma shield, ire, fury, focus, your
All these
ammos.
variables you're gonna add.
They're already programmed in, by the way. It's just you just can't see it. It's all in. It's all like.
What do you mean when you say that?
All right, I'm gonna have to share my screen real quick.
Sure. Let's go to your screen while I finish. Well, actually, I'm about to finish because I'm down to 1.41.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You.
So, yeah. Let's finish, then we'll go to your screen and have a quick look at that. It's been kind of crazy to run through this while talking. Oh man, so I don't have enough energy to complete either. So if I click on it, what error am I going to get?
It just won't go through. That's all.
I want it to go through. Go through. God damn it. Please go. No, it won't go through. So how do I achieve the end state if I don't have enough energy? If I'm not at 0?
Oh yeah. All you have to do is you have to open up the menu and just hit finish run. That's all.
Because I have 1.156 energy, and this costs 1.2, and this costs 2.3. No point in moving anywhere else. Okay. Yo, this is slowing me down. Damn. Finish run. Yes, I want to finish my run. And it's going to tell me my rewards after, or do I need to look on the right now?
You have to look at it in a block explorer. Yeah, okay. The reward screen is still work in progress.
No worries. We'll just go check out wax blocks right now.
Mm-hmm. So and then you want to hit return to base. That's a very important button. Yeah.
And let's go check my CPU usage. Let's go check my CPU usage and wax blocks, and then we can go to your screen. Okay, CPU is it's only at 36%.
Oh, not bad. Not bad. I guess I guess today just there wasn't much CPU demand. So you can play another 2-3 times, looks like it.
Yeah, because what's my CPU? It's like 4,000 right now, I think. So I got 19.46 research. Now, just out of curiosity, if we're going to go to the decks, 19.46 research to black hole, because don't try to convert it directly to wax. So 19.46 would be. Did I really just make 0.5 black hole?
Yeah, man.
In one run.
In one run, bro. Yeah, bro.
And if you were converting that to wax because you're a play to earn guy, that'd be 1.74 wax.
Yeah. So you can't, if you're quick, you could probably make 2 to 5 wax an hour. That's actually reasonable.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, people in the developing world, they play Splinterlands, right?
Yeah. And lots of player in games. Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
If they could afford the CPU cost, this would be a really this is a legit play to earn game. But let me ask you this before we switch over to you. I'm just curious. If you had I don't know, 2,000 players tomorrow overnight, extra players, what would that do to your ecosystem?
Well, there would be 2,000 vectors of, increased research, right? An increased amount of NFTs being introduced. But there would also be 2,000 players that are going to want those NFTs and those tokens to upgrade their gear, because then they'll be able to earn more, right?
Right.
So that is kind of how it's balanced, right? And it's as people spend tokens, it goes back into the mining wallet. And that's eventually how Origins will be set up. That it's just drawing these tokens from the mining wallet. It's perfectly cyclical, right?
So the only issue is if too much of the community is selling it to wax.
I'm building the game around the idea that 50% of players will purely just sell their stuff.
And if ever that grew higher than 50%, would you be able to scale it?
Yeah, 100%.
Say your game became the next big play to earn.
Because the use cases would be worth it, right? The use cases would give you the increase in performance so that you as a single player can just make more per hour. It would be worth investing.
Would that create arbitrage, though, in the black hole market?
In what way? And by having being just a massive amount of tokens being introduced?
By having massive amounts of tokens dumped quickly.
Well, it wouldn't particularly be dumped quickly because the token distribution also is. I mean, you can look at
No, I know about
it
the
has equilibrium in it. Like,
but is the equilibrium in real time?
yes.
Oh fuck. Okay, it's not even
If
daily.
you go back to blocks,
Yeah.
if you scroll down just a little bit,
Okay.
you should be able to see.
Oh my god! And yeah, each one of these is a smart contract. A smart contract
Yeah,
assigned.
man. Yeah, dude. You push like hundreds of actions right there. Yeah, bro.
Why did I receive an FT blocks playout? I don't know.
Scroll back to the top, actually.
Yeah.
Um, click on origins.tfmw finish, or just a little bit lower. That transaction. That one. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So just go click to the left. Yeah, the transaction ID.
Yeah.
If you scroll down a
So
little
block
bit,
reversible.
click on traces.
Yep.
And you can see the log token reward. So you can see it has
Oh,
equilibrium within it. It's
what the
perfect.
fuck?
It's perfectly balanced, bro. This
The
scales. This
fuck?
is designed to scale to like whatever amount of players. Like,
Let me ask you a question. Let's say that someone at a studio that really wanted to get into a web. God damn it! I hate this fucking thing and don't know how to disable it. I could probably find out. Someone at a studio wanted to buy your shit. Would you sell it?
the whole game?
Yeah.
No.
All your code.
No.
Because you know that long term you can do something better with it, right?
Well, it's my work, and it's like I didn't go to school, I don't have much to show for myself. This is what I've got to show for myself, right? This is
Well,
how I'm spending my time, and this is like this is my resume, right? It's gonna be like my life's work, and I'm gonna keep on building and keep on building technology, right?
yeah, I mean, I spent a lot of time in school, right? And
Yeah.
but what I would say is that like I can't speak for the doctoral level in computer science, but this could, without a doubt, be a master's thesis in computer science.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
if you were doing a master's, you could probably submit this as is, potentially even just the equilibrium model, and get your master's degree. Like, obviously, you'd have to go through all the courses. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, it's at that level of sophistication, which is fucking nuts. I struggle. I mean,
Every corner you look, you see there's just more details. I know there's just always more. That's
I don't want to press too much, and like, I don't like terms like genius and shit like that. And
yeah, I find it pretentious as well. I mean,
you're clearly very intelligent. I think people who like TFMW right now probably skew towards a higher level of because there are different types of intelligence, but of like formal intelligence, probably. And that sounds pretentious already, but whatever. Just because the game is so complicated in a way. What's my question here? Oh, yeah. So when you're thinking about the game and balance in it, do you write all this down and map it out? Or
I literally don't write anything down unless
I
I'm
knew
making
you were
an
going to
EV
say that.
table. Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that.
I just pace around my room or like when I'm like laying down.
Yep. But when you look at this, right, your system, because this is complex systems theory, right? When you look at this or look at it, or when you picture it, when you imagine it, what does it look like in your head?
Just looks like shapes, kind of.
Yeah. But like when I'm trying to picture this right now, and I don't even fucking understand it fully, I'm picturing like a diagram of boxes of different colors with lines between them. Is that kind of how you see it too, or is it different?
It depends on which context, right? Like some things I see it more like obviously like the visual game that you see right now. I saw that like more as like just like the visuals that you see like right now. Like I just saw like the board, right? And I saw like the elements and the things that were in it. But then it's like when I look at things like like let's say like the equilibrium circulation model and stuff. Like I came up with that algorithm before I even knew how to code. I literally just intuited that.
Yeah.
I saw that as like vectors of acceleration, sort of like if you
Okay.
have like a free body diagram in physics, you have just
Yep.
a bunch of arrows. It's like if you look at someone's, like let's say they have a t-shirt on, it's like a button-up t-shirt.
Yep.
If one of those buttons are missing, right?
Hmm.
You can tell that it's like there's something that's just simply like you can tell by the effect it has on its surroundings, right?
Hmm.
Um, and that's kind of like what I saw with like a lot of token distribution models. Like it just looked like something's missing. I can tell by the
Or
absence of
something's
it.
or something's there that shouldn't be too,
Yeah,
right?
like I can tell by by the absence of something in the pattern that it has an effect on the rest of it, you
Yep.
know?
My
And that's
brain
like
kind of works like that too, but not with math. Okay. I 100% see where you're coming from now. But I can't believe
so a
you.
lot of it is intuition. Like I genuinely cannot explain it, you know? Like I don't
Yeah.
I like I don't know how to say this, but it's like my like I don't know, my subconscious is much smarter and capable than I am consciously. I don't know what I'm capable of, you know.
I mean,
I'm just trying my best and finding out.
I probably disagree with that. Even though, I don't know you in real life, but I think that when you give action to what's in your, well, I use the word unconscious. I don't like the word subconscious. When you give rise to what's in your unconscious, and the reason I say that is because subconscious is more associated with Freud, whilst unconscious is more associated with Jung.
Mhm.
Um, when you ideate it and kind of bring it to life, I think you're kind of stimulating the connection between your unconscious and conscious minds, if that makes sense.
Maybe I think yeah, there is great power in bringing things from the void into this world,
Yeah,
right? Like a
because
lot like in terms of discipline and in terms of commitment, right? There's
Mhm.
tremendous power that can be like acquired in that
Yeah,
pursuit. But also, it's like I don't know how to put it, but like my body is much smarter than I know of it. I do not like I don't
yeah.
know what I'm capable of.
Oh no, I totally get what you're
You know
saying
what
there,
I
but what
mean?
what I'm saying, I think, is that like as you
I
turn,
get the philosophical argument though that you're
no, I think
presenting.
is
Yeah,
if you turn the faucet on, it's going to continuously flow more, like allow for
I
more of
suppose.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying, but also it's like I don't know what like where the water comes from. You know what I mean? Like I
or
do
even if
not
it's
understand it.
water, if is
You
it
know?
water or nectar, who the fuck knows, right?
Yeah, I don't know
Or
where it
is
comes
some of it,
from. Yeah,
or some of it could be diarrhea, like
it's
we all
probably.
have terrible ideas too.
Oh yeah,
So it's like,
yeah. No, I'm definitely not out here just cooking up like hit after hit. I
no,
have to.
no.
I'm spending so much time sifting through so many ideas and so many different possible ways to build things. So it's like by the time something is actually released and delivered, it's like it's probably one of the better ideas that's lasted the test of time.
I don't want to keep you too long if you have something
No,
to do
no,
that. I kind of want
no,
to
that's good.
ask you a bit more about process. Is that okay with you?
Sure, yeah, yeah.
Like, so okay. So there's the process of ideation, right? Of thinking about it. And then there's the process of operationalizing it, which is creating variables, right? Well, I mean,
Mhm.
variables in computer science is a loaded term, but creating concepts and then in some cases variables. And then there's the case of putting it all together. So you're obviously not writing things down.
Mhm.
So when you start coding something in terms of the code itself, do you like, okay, let me use a metaphor. I write for a living for the most part, right?
Mhm.
I don't ever start with the introduction or the conclusion. I might write a line of the introduction, but I always start in the middle.
Okay.
Or I just start anywhere, wherever my idea is, and then I kind of build out. I I close it with the introduction and the conclusion, as you have to because of norms of literature or writing. And I'm just curious as to how you code. Do you code in a linear way, or do you code like kind of in the way I just described?
I kind of just scheme, like, well, what do I want in the game? It's
Okay.
like a rough overview, and then I
Hmm.
try to think about like, well, how can I fit this into all the the structures, all the data that needs to be fit into the game, because that's like a massive part of smart contract development. You're hit with these constant constraints of just simply being able to store this data and then retrieve it and then process it, right?
Okay, so I think you're saying you kind of work in a similar way to me, in that you might produce.
I just try to get like a rough idea, and then I just start,
Okay, so you will start from the beginning, as you would when you're coding something, but then you'll kind of fill it up and go back to it and iterate it over and over. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Yeah, but it's also like like when I say coding, like half of the time that like coding is actually physically coding is a very small amount of time. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like all of these the entire smart contract, it's only several thousand lines of C++, but it's like literally months of creating sample smart contracts, illustrating ideas, and just like pacing around my room thinking about it, right? About how it should fit, how it should be structured.
Dude, I'm just now starting to learn JS. I
C++ will break you. I'll tell you that much.
I'm sure. I spent a month refamiliarizing myself with basic, like, responsive web dev, right? Front end, HTML, CSS, just because I hadn't touched it in over 10 years, maybe 15. And now I'm basically in JS boot camp, but like self-paced, right? Because like honestly, and I don't know if it's the same for you, but like I can totally, if someone wants to teach me how to do something, I'm totally down. So like if ever in the future I need to like figure out how to do something and can't figure it out, I might hit you up and be like, hey, T-Break, can you show me how to like just accomplish this function? But I would never be able to like have someone teach me how to code, if that makes sense. Like
just step by step and just like, like sitting down. Yeah, man.
It would drive me crazy.
I'm not huge on that either. Yeah.
Yeah. But I love the idea of watching someone do something, asking them questions, learning, and then teaching someone else how to do it. Like a discrete act, right? Like I don't know, just creating some kind of function, for example, with variables, whatever. That's kind of different to me. But as someone who was self-taught, like, could you speak to what your pathway to coding was?
Yeah. There were things that I wanted to build, and then I just started there. I didn't worry about what's recommended. I didn't worry about what's suggested or like an optimal pathway to learn important things. It was like, I need this thing to work. I need this thing to be built. And I just built it,
Okay. So where did you start then?
I started with JavaScript, React, right? Needed to adapt, right? Needed people to be able to integrate or like interact with the smart contracts and whatnot.
Did you have any HTML background at all?
No.
Okay. So you just started with JS and React.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just jumped right into React, watched a couple YouTube videos. I find like watching like a YouTube video when you're eating on like literally some random thing. It doesn't even have to be like pertaining to what you need to do right now. Just some spare information, right?
Yep.
I find that like, like here's the thing, right? We are all governed by the decay of our memories, right? As time elapses, your memories will decay. And so I find that like, well, you can try to like, I don't know, work harder, right? But also it's like you just need to work longer, because the higher amount of time within a day or within, let's say, a week period that you're spending working with code, well, the higher the probability that those memories are going to decay slower and they're going to consolidate to go into long term, right? And so that's what I really try to embody, just spend the sheer amount of time. And then all of a sudden, the decay of your memories is slower in that context. And also, it's like when you start the next day, because you spent like, I don't know, 12, 14 hours the day before, you already know exactly what you're going to do. And you just start the day running, and that compounds like every single day. So it's like I might spend double the amount of time coding as like the next coder, but I make like way more than double the amount of output.
Right. Absolutely. And do you realize at the point when you're hitting diminishing returns?
Not really. I mean, I thought every single time that I thought that this is my best work yet, the next month I did better.
Oh, sorry, that's not what I mean. When you're in a coding session, right?
Right.
And say you're 12 hours in, you're still young, so I'm gonna go with 12.
Sure.
At what point, like, do you recognize yourself at what point your output is starting to decay in that one session?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like I get tired, man. I get tired. It's like
But is it just fatigue, or is it okay? I'm coding shit right now. Like I'm just not
it's
being
usually
productive.
just fatigue, you know.
Okay,
What I try to do is I try to take like little 15-minute naps. You know,
15-minute naps. Really?
yeah, I put my legs up like on like a chair or like my bed, and I lay on the ground,
Okay.
increase blood flow, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
15-minute nap every like 4 hours. If I know it's like going to be like a 20-hour day and I'm coding for like 20 hours, and I have, right?
Okay.
Many times, like the release of explosion was something like that, right? Like
You know,
just
I
two
mean,
weeks
I've
ago.
ridden for more than 24 hours straight.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not the
yeah.
same, but it's very similar in a way. Because
In a way, and it's just the endurance, right?
and it's the challenge. I think sometimes, I don't know if you ever face this, is you have to learn how to be alone with your mind.
Oh well, I mean that's been that's not
No,
a huge
no,
problem for me, but
but at some point, like I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like intrusive thoughts, for example, right? That start deviating from your flow. Does that make sense? Do you get those, or are
maybe.
you like relatively insulated, would you say?
Um, Not particularly. I
Okay.
mean, I can't like I do sort of notice, I guess I get a little unhinged after like 20 hours ish, but
Like manic, you mean? Or
not a little manic, but not really like manic, just kind of unhinged, you know? Things are a bit more chaotic, right? I come up with ideas
oh,
that are a
okay.
bit
Yeah.
outside of like my normal range, right?
But let
Sometimes it
me
can be good ideas, but it's
that's the
usually
thing.
good. I mean, they're usually not that good,
But once in a while you'll strike gold.
I suppose. But I mean, it's like, it's kind of like if you could have like your normal range of ideas, it's like the good ideas are a little bit like this, but the bad ideas are like this, right?
Yep. No,
So
I
it's like
I,
the
I
range is a bit wider.
totally
You
get
can
that.
hit something a bit new, but like
Mhm.
it's not a stable strategy to optimize for. Obviously, it's a detrimental strategy.
Yeah,
So
100%. Yeah. Because you're satisficing rather than maximizing utility at that point.
yeah, the
Totally.
EV is lower. So
Mhm. That's a great way of putting it. Yeah. So as you're, I mean, like, correct me if I'm wrong again, because I'm not an experienced coder, but am I right to say that coding is never something you've perfected? It's always something you're going to be continuing to work on?
I'd say so. I mean, the thing is, technically there are day zero exploits that exist right now that can be used to empty every single financial institution. They're
Yes.
out there somewhere. We're just not good enough programmers to find them. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not saying that you should go out looking for it, but it's like just as a mere concept, it's
No,
like
no. Yeah.
there is a crazy reward. It's just you're simply not good enough to attain it. It's even possible. Well, theoretically, yes, right?
Yeah.
There's theoretically data structures and coding languages that are yet to be invented. You know
Well,
what I
I mean,
mean?
anybody could invent a. Well, sorry, anyone has the potential to invent a coding language theoretically.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's like people in comp sci. I think they do it all the time with like lower level languages. Like they just
No,
make
they
their own
do.
little. They just try, but it's like making it like a new language is actually better. That's like
Oh yeah.
extremely difficult. You know what I mean? Is
No,
it
I mean,
possible? Like sure, but so there is
but
no ceiling. It's really like a job that has no ceiling, and I really do enjoy that.
and
Whatever
that's
I can
awesome.
get out of it is it's like it's not because someone else has decreed I can only do this much. Everything that I put into it, I get out of it, and I
Yeah.
think that's like the best kind of job for me.
At what point did you go from you learned front end first, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
At what point? How long after? How long? First of all, how long did it take you to learn front end, and then how long did it take you to become full stack?
Well, it took me a few months to learn like front ends to like a highly proficient level.
Okay.
Um and then C++, it's like I dabbled into it like right at the start of the project. I was able to put together like a really crappy smart contract all you could do is just put in your account name and then just put in a number. That's all it could do, right?
Well, dude, that's how we all start somewhere,
Yeah.
right? Like, what's the
Uh,
first thing you coded?
First thing I coded, I think it was the Terraformers, like the first version of the DApp. That was literally the first thing I coded.
Wait, you never coded like the Microsoft Cube or any of that shit?
No, I needed a DApp, so I built a DApp. That's
I mean, dude, that is an atypical pathway, I think I would say, to be honest with you. Like
if you
that's
need a
not how most.
house, you gotta build a house. You can't be building like a shed. It's like, if congratulations, you built a shed. Who can live in it, right?
But if
You
you
know,
build the
so
sheds, though, the argument, and it's a different way
I
of
could build a
thinking,
better house, perhaps, but I
but
needed
you
a
learn how to build
house.
the A-frame.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I love the way your mind processes these things. It's intriguing. It's just it's so interesting to chat and to realize that like we all do things differently. I mean, I don't think I will ever code at this level, and I don't have those ambitions either. It's just not my kind of area of strength, which is somewhere else. But like, you've created something beautiful here.
Yeah, man, I
Um,
appreciate it.
and the thing is like, it's weird because I think that if people fully understood it, you'd have not a thousand times, because there aren't that many people on Wax. You'd have maybe 20 times the daily DAUs you currently have. But it's kind of
One
weird.
person at a time, man. There's no rush. There's no rush. What, like, all
Mhm.
I'm doing, man, is I'm trying to become the best developer that I can be. So not like here's the thing. Like, if I wanted money, there's a lot of things that I could do to make more money. I
Okay.
can't buy the things that I want. I can't buy C++ mastery. Right?
No, you
I
can't.
can buy it in another person as a skill set, hire them, but
Yeah.
I can't buy that knowledge with like a Neuralink chip. So all the
No.
money in the world cannot get me, like, it's, I can't buy the things that I want. I can't buy a work ethic. I can't buy new ideas that no one's thought before. I have to have them. I have to
How
have the
did you get the
wisdom and
work ethic?
experience.
Is an important question.
I just wanted it bad enough, you know. That's,
Uh, I if you notice, I haven't like run any giveaways during the stream. The reason for that is like I like to like I've kind of switched models in that I like to like focus on substance, and just and kind of chat, because like they can play with my bot whenever they want. Sometimes, anyway. But like wait, I was going somewhere with that and I lost my train of thought.
you're asking about work ethic.
Oh yeah, if you don't, so if this sounds like I'm interviewing you more, it's intentional in a way.
Sure,
But like I'm
that's
trying
cool,
to make it.
man.
You said you went on, you started your tea break sobriety. Did
Right.
the growth and the worth ethic at all correspond with that?
100%. 100%. Yeah. Like, I made strides once I stopped smoking weed. Like, I was like, and especially with smart contract development, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, C++, like, it's literally impossible to get anywhere with it if you're big.
So if
Like,
you're a total stoner, you can't code C++,
yeah, man.
or that would be the aberration, basically.
It's impossible. It is
Oh,
impossible. Like, that's
okay, fair, very fair,
like
very.
JavaScript, you can get by. C++, big, impossible.
So
Like,
I mean, I presumed you liked smoking weed. So like this was important enough to you as a project to just be like, man, fuck it, not worth smoking weed anymore.
yeah, man. I got to a point where it's like, you know, you have to, I don't know. Like, I don't like looking at things being like, oh, well, things aren't going the way they are because of reasons that are outside my control. It's like, no, man, there's a lot of reasons that are within my control. And
Yeah, and you
it's
need to
like,
find the link of causes.
it's, I just, you know, it's like, I got to a point where I was like, I'm tired of holding myself back, you know.
Yeah. Mm.
You know,
And,
like,
and
I started
so,
way too young, started at 13, pretty much every day, right? And it's like
no, me
all
too.
like, and it's like there just comes a point where it's like, you know, I had a chill decade. It's time to get serious, right? It's time
I
to
mean,
give it my 100%.
yeah, I started at 14, I would say, and in 2015 I was 30. I didn't stop, but I cut it by 80%.
I've stopped everything, man. I don't drink, don't smoke, don't party, don't do anything. I just code. I just work and code. I'm a
And,
straight edge guy these days.
but are you committed to straight edge? Do you see it as like
Yeah.
kind of being absolutely critical to maintaining your what you want to do?
Yeah, man. Maintain momentum. Yeah. And
So
it's
you
like there's honestly there's like just no greater satisfaction than being able to put in like an honest day's work and being able
No, I
to
agree
like
with you. I
watch the
value
things
work.
that you desire
Uh-huh.
slowly begin to manifest, like day at a time, just one day at a time, one brick at a time, you know?
And is the logic there kind of like I won't even have a sip of champagne on New Year's
Yeah.
because it's a slippery slope?
Well, not that it's a slippery slope. I just don't need it. I don't care for it, you know?
Oh, I got you. Okay, so it really became that much of like a kind of like, okay, this matters so much more and gives me so much more satisfaction than that.
Lasting satisfaction. Yeah, man. There's no substance I can even compare. Yeah.
That's kind of beautiful when you think about it.
I try to encourage him more, but I mean, lots of the space wants to enjoy and do what they want. So I'm not trying to like, go all high and
Proselytize.
mighty. Yeah,
Yeah.
high and mighty on anyone, right? People can do
No.
whatever they want, make the choices that they want for themselves. But when it came to me, it's like the decision was clear. Like it was like I could have already built and delivered the robot game, all of this, if I was just sober this whole time, right? And it comes to a point
I
where it's
mean,
like
hindsight is 2020,
I
right?
suppose, but it's like there's a world out there in the many worlds where I have already built the game, right?
And there's a world out there where you didn't.
Well, we're in it right now, so
No, a world where you got sober and didn't. I mean,
I suppose.
sometimes everything happens for a reason. Um, I mean, it's cliche, but I don't know. Like with regards to the many worlds hypothesis, it's like
It
you are
does kind of make
now.
sense.
Sorry,
It does kind of make sense. It is possible. Yeah.
but I wonder, are you like willing, given that you're a fervent believer in the many worlds hypothesis, are you willing a situation in which you're creating the best possible world you could have for yourself?
I'm creating the best possible version of me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And you define your world though to a large extent, right?
perhaps. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I kind of believe like in the idea that we're all free agents and we have free will.
Mhm.
And if you
But there are things that like I don't know. There are philosophers that try to argue that it's all predetermined and
Yep.
that like you even acknowledging that you're a free agent was actually predetermined and you
Yeah, I
thinking
know.
right. It
I
goes
know.
down quite deep, but it's like
I know. I mean,
I don't even try to worry about that stuff. I just think like, do I have the strength? Do I have the willpower to do what I want to do? Then just do it.
so basically you've grown a lot more practical over time.
I suppose.
And did you say you're 22 or 24 right now?
I'm
24, right?
24. Yeah, I'm 24 right now.
You're 24. So I guess I mean we've been going for 2.5 hours, I think. So it's probably about time to wrap this up.
Yeah,
But,
no kidding. Eh?
yeah, but where? So I just want to know, like, as kind of like a final thingy, where do you see you, and where do you see TFMW going next?
I've got no idea, man. I've got no idea. I mean, if every like it's just there's so many variables, such a wide range. I'm not here expecting that this is going to be the next 1,000X project. This is going to be the next Farmers World. I'm not here, like
God, I hope it's not the next Farmers World.
in a good way. I'm
Okay.
whatever I get is what I get. And it's
Yeah.
like. And I'm
No,
I'm happy with that, right? Because I know that I'm spending my time as wisely as I can in my early 20s. And I'm totally fine with working through my early 20s and preparing myself, right, to be in the best position possible. And like, I don't know, when I'm like in my 30s, right?
Do you at some point perhaps want to see I think I know what your answer is going to be, but I presume you're not looking to just create a structure where you don't have to work. You like working, don't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, 100%. It's just that like I don't want it to be like if I want to build like 5 games, I don't want to be maintaining 5 games. I want to be able to build one game
Yeah.
and let
So
it maintain
basically,
itself, right? Let it be
passive
truly
income
endless.
passive income from one game would not be the key to stop working. It would be the key to start working on another project.
it doesn't even have to have income. If the game just be able to sustain itself, like in terms of like players are able to mint assets, and then those assets, well, they're able to craft with them, so they get burnt, and it's, you know what I mean? Just having equilibrium of all assets, all tokens, people are able to have a good time, right? And just slowly build out like a really, really big thing, Real quick, I want to share my screen with you.
Yes. We were sorry. We got carried off there for a second.
No worries.
Please go ahead. It's always great having you on, dude.
Always great to be here, bro.
Yeah, dude. We should do this like quarterly. Well, we've basically been doing it quarterly, so maybe we should just continue doing that, like checking in every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah. So
wait, sorry, I added you and took you off. Okay, there we go.
No worries. All right. So right now I'm just in the console, right? So we're just in a nice little area here.
Yeah.
MW. We'll go ahead and I'll move over there real quick.
What kind of graphics card? It looks like it's processing on your.
I do have a 3090, so it's
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I want to show real quick about all the other like functionality, all the affixes and stuff like that is coming, right?
Yeah.
If we go ahead and we hit mercenary stats, right?
Okay.
So right now you're being shown.
I'm just trying to zoom in a little bit here. Okay.
Being shown just your energy, right? For the most part here, I'll make this full screen, right? You're being shown just energy. That's like the only real thing. Energy, magic find, the move cost, fortune. That's about it, right? But in terms of all that, like affixes and stuff that are there, right? Pop back into mercenary stats, right? So in just resources, right? Energy is one of the 11 resources that you're managing.
Life, right? Plasma shield, energy, ire, spirit, flow, whetstone, pistol ammo, rifle ammo. Okay, so with 7 through 10, those won't all be operating at the same time.
Well, they can be. You might have a weapon that uses pistol ammo and rifle ammo at the same time.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah,
so
man,
all of these that'll be a nexus of variables when the game is fully developed.
Yeah. Well, these are going to be implemented. Like it's already implemented. These are already functional, right? Like you already have your current HP. This is on chain. I'm not.
So these are actually running in the background, but they're just not producing outcomes. Is that correct?
Well, they're producing outcomes. You just can't use them for anything.
Well, that's what I meant. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they're producing outcomes on chain that are being logged, but that are not producing any front end outcomes. Is that a better way of putting it?
Yes, exactly. It's just not being visually presented just yet because I'm working on the best way to present all this information in a very intuitive way in the UI, right?
So let me ask you this: what's coming next in these?
Combat. I mean, well, this is all for combat, right? And I mean, like we have, for example, just for like. This is for life, right? For life, you have current, max, you have the flat amount, increase, which is a percent, more, which is a multiplier, less a multiplier. You have flat regen, max health regen, and missing regen, right?
Miss regen is a negative buff, right?
No, missing regen is like a percentage of your HP that you're missing. So the more HP you're missing, the higher.
Okay, which is a function of the regen rate. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And time.
And then and this is for every single one of these, right? Your plasma shield, right? Like your energy, right? All of these, right? And you can like right now it's like this is all that regen and stuff, it's already introduced into the game. Like you can see like my current is at 1.864 now, right? Because I have a 0.01 missing regen,
God damn, dude.
Yeah. And then you go into let's say like your guards, right? You have all your guards. You have your base chance, 2.5%, the minimum chance, the max chance that you can perform a guard, the absolute, which is like, if you can or cannot guard, and how much of a guard you ignore on like, let's say an enemy, right? You have it for like dodging, blocking, all of them, right?
You have everything there on the back end.
Yeah, man. Like the smart contracts loaded. You look at like damages and resistances, dude. It's all there, man. Increased damage, more, less, resistance, ignore. Like this is a full RPG game engine. It's there already. right? And I think
Yeah,
within the
I can
next
see
few,
that in front of my fucking eyes.
yeah, man,
So
like in the
are
next
you
few
saying?
weeks, like we're gonna have combat, and it's all of this is gonna come to fruition, right? And you're gonna have equipment that's gonna give you like, I don't know, increased dual wield damage, two-handed, blade, blunt, pistol, sniper. I mean,
So say I want to play all day. How much
yeah.
CPU how much wax should I stake the CPU?
Honestly, I don't think anyone can play for more than 3 or 4 hours a day. Like they're just
You're
going to be
right.
drained by the end of it. And I
I
think
mean,
for
no,
that,
I could
maybe
probably
about 20K wax. Like,
yeah, I could probably, based on just like the time I have available to myself in terms of free time, probably play max like an hour to 2 hours a day. I think 10,000 staked CPU would probably be enough for that, right?
yeah, man, that'd be bang on. That'd be bang on.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And hey,
you
you
know,
can always rent if you really want to play more. You
true.
can pay 25 cents to rent CPU to play for another hour, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
true.
mean, NFT Hive, where do you, well, you probably don't rent CPU that much, do you?
No, I got plenty of wax for staking. So,
Yeah, no. I mean, the problem is my wax is staked across like 15 different accounts. So
mhm.
it's like, if it was all together, it would be great. But this is truly amazing. And it leads me, I guess, to my two last questions for you. So is the greatest challenge now for you, and I think the question answers itself, is turning back end into front end?
Yes. Yeah, bro. It's so difficult to just tell how to present this information. You know, being able to assemble it and me understanding it, that's fine. Teaching it to people, man, like it needs to be very streamlined, you know. And so that's where like that's gonna be tough, you know. It can be overcome, but
Would you say that most devs have the opposite problem though?
I'd say so. I'd say like most projects, and I'm not throwing shade at all or
No, I
anything,
know you're not.
but
We're just talking facts.
like most projects have a far more simpler system. They would have just made a far more simpler system because they just want a game that works and they know that like, oh well, can people learn this easily? You know, they try to make it easy, but I'm not trying to make it easy, right? If I'm going to make a free to play game, give you tokens and NFTs, you better believe it's going to be hard. I'm going to make you work for it.
Yeah, but let me ask you this: like, again, I'm a beginner coder here, right? Like,
I'm only coding for like a year and a half, man. I'm pretty new to this.
Yeah, I won't
myself.
be here in a year and I won't be at that point in a year and a half. That's guaranteed. But this
I believe in
you. this, from what I've seen, this is like AAA studio coding in a smart contract, basically.
Yeah. I'm building like Diablo in on chain. Like this.
That's what I was about to say. I was like,
yeah.
I don't know if it's the level of watch. I think it's probably more complex in some ways.
Oh, it's way more complex than Diablo. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's close to Path of Exile, but it's still a good bit of ways away from Path of Exile. I still have
it's far from Dwarf Fortress, say.
Yeah.
I mean, Dwarf Fortress is.
Did they have like 20 years to build it or something?
25 years. I think it was about around the time I was born.
That's a hell of a game. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of just crazy that you've put this together in a year and a half, man. I mean, props to you for that, dude. So because now I'm putting these on YouTube, and like I hope that people can use them as tutorials and stuff like that, for the projects that come on, and for someone who's getting started in Terraformers, maybe if you could just give your as the final thing we do, if you could just give your optimal suggested pathway into the game.
Just try to craft a pack in the Terra Lab. Try to craft like one land pack. See if you like the game. See if you enjoy collecting the land. If you do, grab a BHC and keep on crafting lands. You want to grab as many lands as you can. You'll realistically only need one mercenary. If you want to grab more, you can. But it's like you should look at each mercenary as like a game save in Skyrim, right? How many game saves are you playing in Skyrim? You're playing one game save, man. You spend 100 hours in there. That's how you should look at it, right? You can have a passive skill tree, 10 gear slots, 5 or 10 equipment slots, 5 part slots in each equipment. You're going to have a ton of like functionality and things to do. And this is just the beginning of what I'm building, right?
And these are the Hollywood Halloween 2022 Mercs, right?
Yeah, man. And I honestly, I feel terrible that they've had like that. The community has had to wait so long for this functionality to be implemented. But
Well,
what I
that's not
wanted,
why. No, that's not why I was asking the question. Don't feel bad about that, dude.
what I wanted to
Look,
implement back then was so simple compared to what's being delivered here now. You know.
no, but
Like,
what I've been told in terms of games of similar scope and less complexity is that someone, I'm not going to get into names and who was trying to develop something. Someone told me that something less complicated than this, but of similar scope, would take a AAA studio with a team of 12 devs a full year to do.
yeah.
So I don't think you should feel bad about anything. But what I was going to ask is there going to be a new generation of mercenaries?
It's a bit too early to comment on that.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I can let you know off stream, right? But
Okay.
it's a bit too early to comment. There are plans for it, right?
Totally
But
fine.
overall, the project is heading towards a more hand-drawn art style. So I'm gonna have to pick up some new skills here, you know.
Okay. And I did have one final question that I completely forgot to ask you earlier. How did the partnership with Black Fang come about and lewdies?
Oh yeah, of course, of course. I just felt that lewdies were a perfect fit to be alongside the mercenaries, right? And I'm
They
gonna be
really are.
honest, the art for lewdies is way better than the art for like the mercenaries.
Yeah, and the way Black Fang just can draw one from scratch like that, it's just nuts.
I mean, yeah. I mean, their work is it's exceptional, right?
Yeah.
And so I felt that it was like a perfect fit. And I know that like one of the biggest difficulties of a PFP project is creating lasting NFT use cases, right?
Yes.
But like what PFP projects specialize in is it's marketing and it's building the community and it's all these people skills. And I'm like, this is exactly this is like the perfect collab. This is a perfect fit. So
and Black Fang has the best PFP collection on wax. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. It's the lewdies, like hands down, right?
Yeah.
I mean, undoubtedly. So that's pretty dope. So you basically what you called up Black Fang and you're like, hey, you okay with this?
We had a chat. And then I met Jolie or Joel. I'm not sure how the name's pronounced.
Yeah.
And they checked out Terraformers. They played the game a little bit. We went back and forth, shared some details. And yeah,
and it just happened. That's beautiful. For the future, and this is really the last question, I promise. Are you open to more collabs with other projects, or are you going to try to keep it more in-house?
I am, but like it's like
right project kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely the right project kind of thing. For me, it's all about integrity. You know, for me, it's all about like, well, have you been at your post? You know,
do you have work ethic? Are you gonna?
Well, have you I don't know, launched like your 5th collection now? Keep on doing pack sales. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about character, right? And it's like I mean, like I'm gonna be honest. There's not much technology anyone could build that's gonna impress me, right? But it's like, so like what impresses me is like, well, how do you treat your own? You know, how do you take care of your community?
How do you treat your fam? Yeah, no, I 100% get that, dude. And that is, I think at the end of the day, the hallmark of everything, because like the lewdie community is a beautiful community. It's a good vibes community. There's a lot of unnecessary bullshit in the wax space, whether it's between people who don't get along or whether it's between projects who are competing with each other.
I hate to see that. Yeah, I know.
Sorry?
I hate to see that. You know, I mean, it's a big world out there, but wax is a small pond. We got to stick together. You know, we can't have any infighting here. You know?
Agreed. And what I would say is, I would just say this, is that like, I've never heard anybody say a bad word about lewdie. And I've never heard anyone say a bad word about Terraformers, to be honest with you. Like people,
I'm also kind of surprised. I thought there would be more fun about my project, but it's like everyone's so well behaved in my community. You know, like it's.
Oh, you have a great community.
It's honestly amazing. Like
it's like I have to say my Novo Pangea community, we don't have any FUD in there really either. And community in the long term, I think, is what sustains projects, right? It's the only
100%, man. 100%. It's like after the honeymoon phase of having just dropped is over, it's like it's all about who sticks around. It's all about how you treat your own. Right?
I'm not gonna throw shade on any project. Hey,
Yeah,
Samantha.
no, I'm not throwing shade at all. Like,
no, I know you're not. I know. No, what I'm just saying is like you look at some PFP drops that have happened, and I'm not even referring to Wax Apes or like these things, the big ones. You just like it genuinely seems like some projects that or yeah, I'll just say it, some projects that you thought had like a commitment to community to some degree, like they get the big cash influx from the PFP, and that seems to somehow disappear really quick, and they're not into sustainability mode. They go into let's rake the wax in while we can mode. And I think the true test of character in the space, especially in a bear market, is whether you're willing to forego that short-term profit in terms of sustainability. Does that make sense?
That definitely makes sense, but I also think it's a learning curve, and I don't think that you should be too tough on people. I know that like I had a tremendous amount to learn, especially like because becoming a collection owner, it comes with great power, but also comes with great responsibility. That's something that you most certainly take for granted, especially if your collection sells out. You're gonna be like, there's no one that can tell you to come down from your high horse.
No,
you have to be, and you're gonna be humbled. As time comes, right? You're gonna be humbled.
I have to tell you, it's weird that you say that, because I have a small collection, right, called Rare Doggos, and I do drops if they're AI generated assisted doggos based off real dogs. They're kind of like PFPs, but they're not supposed to be. They're just all one of ones, and they sell out immediately, and it's very humbling. And I'm not making much wax because I'm selling them for 4.2 wax each. It's a labor of love, but every fucking and I'm not going to raise the price, even though they're selling out. They're going to stay at that price till I'm done with all 10,000 of them. And I've made 1,000 so far, almost 800 and something. But it's like, it's very humbling to have people buy your shit. I don't know. It's a really weird feeling, isn't it?
It's a great feeling. I mean, it's like it really it's like this sense of appreciation,
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful for that, And it's like, like I could have at any point in time chosen to, I don't know, like abandon Terraformers, just drop a new collection, right? The only reason I didn't is out of sheer respect for those who have put their faith in me.
Yep. I mean? And you've done a fuck ton of work, and I know it's not returning, and I know you don't even care, but I've just got to say, it's not like it's returning mad cash right now.
I already had my 15 minutes. Like, I don't care,
Yeah, but I mean, it's just respect to you for staying dedicated to the project and to your craft more broadly.
I appreciate it.
It's awesome. But yeah, guys, we are going to raid out here because I've kept T-Break for a long time, as usual. Really appreciate all you coming out. This video is going to go on YouTube, so I am going to link that to you, T-Break, in case you want to put it somewhere for a tutorial on whatever.
If you send it over, I'll make good use of it.
Yo, thank you, Pennybags. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. In 2 hours and 10 minutes, Jumby and Terramike are coming on. Very much looking forward to it. We're going to talk art, we're going to talk physics, and we're going to talk light. But for now, I'm going to send you to my good friend Quadrell, and thank you all again for being here.
Thanks so much for having me, bro.
Thank you, dude. We are rating in 10 seconds. And
all right. Take care, folks.
Take care.
Peace.
And we are